I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Peace and blessings, everyone. It is another episode of the Halftime Coach and Adjustment Show. Really appreciate everyone being here. It is me, Coach Edd, along with my partner, my brother from another, Philly Halftime, and our special guest today, Mitch Koski, the point guard of the Hardcore Sports Network. Yeah, I call him the point guard. So it's really great to have everyone on today. So again, thanks for everyone for being here. Before I really dive into the chat and everything else, how are you doing today, Halftime?
I'm doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. I have a 3-day weekend, so I get to actually relax and I get my ass kicked.
Okay. A 3-day weekend is always good.
I need one once in a while.
All right. Hold on a second. And Mitch, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing really well. You know, the Sixers picked up Caleb Martin, which I'm really, really high on. That was a big move. And yeah, just chilling, relaxing. I'm not used to this, so it's kind of nice. I got my feet up right now, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, but hey, I'm really excited to have you all here. To everyone, thank you for being here. Everyone, do me a favor on each of our channels, Mitch Koski, Philly Halftime, Coach Edd Gladney's, and the Hardcore Sports Network. Links are in the description. Go to each channel and hit the like button for everyone. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification so you know when we throw out some really great content. And always help us out by sharing on all social media platforms that you have available to you. We really appreciate you guys. So, but today I'm really excited about the episode. So, and because we have Mitch here, we're going to hold on a second. Go ahead. Sorry about that. What we're going to do is we're actually going to start with a little Q&A with Mitch Koski.
Okay.
So, right, you ready for it, Mitch?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm not used to this. I'm ready.
So I will start with the simple things, the beginning of Mitch, basically how did you start? How, did you think of any other creative name or you just went with just your name just to start? I mean, how did it all start?
So when I started about 8 or 9 years ago, my friend at that time, he had a very big following on YouTube. I'm talking about like 25,000 to 30,000 subscribers. He was a reaction channel. So he was like, Mitch, you should really get into YouTube. Just talk movies. That's it. I'm a huge movie nut. Huge. So I'm like, okay, so let me start with a movie. So that's what I started out with. and you guys know me. I admit I am lazy, so I just like, let me just put my name there, Miss Shopsy, and that's how that came about. But then I did video game reviews, challenges, and then I took a year off here and there, and then I came back right after COVID. Right after
Mm-hmm.
that, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when I picked up the Eagles, Sixers, all sports, and then yeah, that's where I am right now.
All right, all right. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I get the lazy part. I mean, hell, I'm lazy too. So, but I think we all are in some
We're
regards.
all lazy in our own way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So let me just jump into the chat real quick. Some are there. Just checking some heart and seeing clips being introduced by the Thunder. Good pickup for you guys. Rest in peace to rookie cornerback Kyrie Jackson. Yeah, that was sad news. I was going to
Yeah.
touch on that a little bit later. Like Mitch was doing 2,000 videos.
No,
So,
I was doing NBA 2K. I
oh,
made video
okay,
game videos
2K. I'm
also.
sorry.
I did no, it's all good. I did video game videos as well. That took a lot of time. Like to edit, you had to get the right capture card or whatever. I made 2
Mm-hmm.
videos and that was it. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
what's
yeah.
up, Grega? Thanks for being here.
What's good, Greg?
Charles Adelaide, good afternoon. Good afternoon, learned gentlemen. Peace and blessings to you. This is powerful
Powerful
indeed. Yes,
indeed.
never take a day for granted because it could be your last. So true. So
So,
true, Nikki.
so true, Nikki.
Great point. So, and that's especially reference to Jackson. I'm a
Yeah.
huge YouTube fan. So, go ahead, Philly. I know you got a question to ask for Mitch. Go ahead, man.
I was always wondering
Yeah.
how did you start meeting? How did you meet like AK to
Oh,
get for sports?
yeah.
Like you
So,
had to meet AK first. So how did you meet him?
so it's actually kind of interesting. So I was involved with Spotlight Sports Network at the time. So I joined there because I wanted to collaborate with people, get to know people. So I was with Key in the Building, Coach Dante, Gooley, other guys, right? And then me and AK, we just met on actually it was Lindy End Zone. It was a Lindy End Zone stream. He was doing the NFL draft. He had everyone hop on, and I was on there. AK was there, same with other people, and that's where me and AK met. And then right after I left Spotlight, because of stuff I'm not going to get into, I called him, and I was like, "Yo, AK, you want to do a Sunday morning show?" He was like, "Yeah, but what happened to your network?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I left that piece of crap. I left it." And he's like, "You want to start a network?" From that moment on, as soon as I left one, this one was born. So that's how me and AK actually clicked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, in terms of your content creation,
Mm-hmm.
I guess one of your goals is starting the hardcore, but what is your ultimate goal through content creation? I mean, everyone has different levels of goals. Some are just starting it with. Are you trying to make it a massive empire to compete with ESPN and those programs? I mean, what's your ultimate goal, brother?
So my ultimate goal is just my content creation, just get my thoughts and opinions out there. I bring a lot to the table when it comes to basketball and football mostly, and wrestling. So I'm like, you know what? I want to get my opinions out there, and let's see how the other people think. Because when it comes to Sixers or Eagles, I can't stand some of their takes. I cannot like you guys know. I would just go off on people on Twitter and be like, no, this is the way it has to be or whatever. So that's my main goal, just to get my opinions out there and just being realistic. Because I feel like just being myself and being realistic is better value than being just an ordinary fan. You got to bring some knowledge to the table, and that's what I bring. So,
Go ahead, Halftime. You got a question?
So, Mitch, when you're doing a live, do you ever just freak out, and really yell at your TV when you're watching? And
what do you mean?
sort of like do I all freak out and I yell at my TV like I'm a crazy old man.
Yeah,
Do you do that?
I
Or
do.
are you just that calm? Because I don't see that like kind of reaction
Nah.
when I watch a game with you.
Because when I
You
watch a game,
actually,
right?
you actually act
Yeah,
like a fan and yell at your TV.
I act like a fan off stream. Off stream, I act more like a fan. I just feel like when I'm on like a stream or whatever, I get mad, I get angry, but then I'm just like I'm the more realistic guy, so they want me to be like a certain kind of way. But when I'm like watching the games and stuff, I broke controllers, I broke remotes. Like I'm one of those guys. So just on here, I don't think that's very professional, but I do from time to time, especially when I'm with Cool Cat for Eagles games. Oh my god, and he's ahead of me. I'm like, oh my god, I will lose my mind. But yeah, I'm off stream, like yeah.
All right. What athletes would you love to meet right now?
Ooh.
Professional athlete. Let's clarify professional athlete.
Yeah. Does it matter which sports or
No.
just like
No.
all right,
Just
cool.
any.
Well, I actually met Joel Embiid, so I can't really say that. But I wouldn't mind meeting Tyrese Maxey. I think that will be a good one because he's going to be in Philadelphia for like a long time now, ever since he signed a 5-year, $205 million. Jalen Hurts, or shout out to my guy Cool Cat, Jalen freaking Hurts. I wouldn't mind meeting him, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, anyone in the Eagles. I wouldn't mind meeting. I kind of want to meet Mitchkov because people call me Mitchkov based on my name. So I'm like, I gotta meet this guy as well. And then for Bryce Harper and Alec Bowe.
Okay, some good
You're gonna
choices
tell
there.
him Boomer needs a homer?
Yes.
Halftime. What about you? What professional athletes would you love to meet?
It would have been Reggie White, hands down. Mike Smith and I would have liked to meet Eric Lindros.
Ooh, I like that one.
All right. Here's mine. Okay. Football.
Yep.
First of all, Mitch, do you have a picture of you and Joel Embiid together?
No.
I would have loved to see the height disparity. I'm sorry. Yes,
No. So I'll just explain how I met him real quick. So the place I used to work at, they have like these big award ceremonies for some of their members and stuff. And they bring in certain players and stuff. So it was Joel Embiid with Al Horford and Alan Brand. So you couldn't take a picture with them unless you were a sponsor. But I was working at the facility. So they were like, okay, Mitch, go in. So I was like, okay, I went in. Joel Embiid did not want a picture at all. Like he was one of those guys who was just like not in the mood. He don't want to talk to me and that stuff. But to me, he was a very genuine, cool guy. We would talk about Kansas. We would talk about Andrew Wiggins, his career, and everything. So when he got up and walked away, my neck was like this. And I'm like, he left. My neck was stuck. I could not move my neck. So I'm like, bye. I'll see you later. I was like, I couldn't move my neck, but that's how I met Embiid. I could not get a picture with him. So.
All right. Well, for me, football, LT. I mean, what more can I say? But I do Reggie White. So, and one more is actually Dick Butkus. I just love Dick Butkus. You know, just his history, his story. And then when you watch old film of him and watch how he played, it's like, yes, that's football. So basketball, it's going to be Bernard King and Magic Johnson. Yep. Those are my two faves right there. Baseball, Don Mattingly. I'm a Don Mattingly fan, you know, and Ken Griffey Jr. I love Ken Griffey. You know, I hated the fact that he didn't want to play for the Yankees, but hey, I understand the business. If I do choose hockey, it's going to be Wayne Gretzky. I mean, I'm not a big hockey fan, but it's
No,
Wayne
Wayne
Gretzky.
Gretzky was awesome.
And I'm going to throw a little caveat at you. In the WNBA,
Let's hear it.
Teresa Witherspoon,
Yep.
definitely would love to meet her. And Sabrina Ionescu right now. I definitely would love to meet her and talk to her. So, those are the ones that, I definitely would love to see. Well, we're going to get to the NBA, but I do think it's a really good pickup. I said it off here to Mitch in halftime. That also impacts Miami, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So, that's a little. I got a few more things, couple more things. All right. So, Mitch.
Yep.
What's your favorite dance move?
I don't dance.
Nothing, not even a simple two-step, not even a bounce your shoulders with music.
Not even. I don't even. I can't remember the last time I was actually. What was it? My cousin's wedding. Like, I'm not a guy who does that. Like, I'm a guy who will go to a bar and just drink with the boys. That's just me. I'm not one of those dancers.
So okay. Okay, yeah. I respect it. I'm just like, okay. So, who's your favorite content creator? Yeah, I'm putting you on blast. Putting you on blast.
Question: does it have to be in a hardcore sports network? I'm just saying here.
No.
Okay.
It can be anyone.
Anyone? Ooh.
Yeah, professional athletes. It doesn't matter. I don't care who it is. Who's your favorite content? Hold on.
When Nick said got me.
Halftime occasionally does a little shimmy for us. Yeah.
Do a little shimmy once in a while.
Oh, that shimmy. Yeah. I thought you were talking about like this. Yeah.
So, my favorite. I'm trying to think because I watch all these big time YouTubers like millions, so I'm trying to like keep it. So if I had to oh my god, it's so difficult because it's gotta be one of those Sixers guys, obviously.
So I got him stumped now. I know what it is. He's trying not to hurt feelings. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hurt feelings. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say this right now. Earl.
Hey, that's a good
I'm gonna say Earl. I'm gonna say Earl. Not just because of how I met him, like he was a supporter of mine or whatever. It is because he's himself. He's a guy that comes up with his Earlisms. Like, how can you not say no to that? And he's just a guy that you could talk to. Like, he's just himself. So, no matter, I'm going to go with Earl. With Earl. Yeah.
That's a good one. A good one. Definitely can appreciate that. So, let me see what other. You got any other questions?
How about you guys then?
Okay.
I don't have a.
Oh, you don't have one, but you guys made me pick one. Okay.
I don't have one. I don't have one. I don't.
You don't really watch.
I don't really watch YouTube.
You don't.
It's kind of funny that I don't watch YouTube, but yeah, I don't watch YouTube.
Yeah.
My son watches YouTube, and he says, "Hey, yo, old man, get on here."
That's how you all started. That's how you started, which is incredible because you don't really hear that. You don't.
I don't watch YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber.
Well, I'll say this.
I didn't know this kind of stuff existed.
Hold on, Nick. Halftime's favorite is Jerry Lee.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Well, if you ask me, it's a couple. All right.
I only had to pick one. Okay.
No. I mean, it's kind of hard because there's a couple that are dealing with Rutgers athletics. So there's a couple of they bring the insight, they bring the flavor. In terms of the Knicks, it's a Knicks Fan TV. I'm just sorry, that man, he is phenomenal. So and the way, and you watch his maturation, his growth. And then they're the guys that seek out gold diggers. There's TC, and then there's London. I just love the way that they approach it and how they do it. And the last one is this dude from London, where he goes and picks up girls, and he tries to pick up. He's doing a video. I forgot his name, but he's shooting it, or he's acting like he's shooting at them, and he's doing a selfie of them, and they're like, "Are you shooting me?" And they come around and they see he's doing a selfie of him, and they're like, "Oh." So then, conversations begin, and he asks them certain questions. Ultimately, he's asking, for their phone numbers, and then there's the little offsite where there's certain characters that he'll bring up where they're talking about he's the GOAT or he's this, and then if they try to diss him, like no, you're not my type, you're not my flavor. So there's this little dog thing that he does, and he goes and he just really goes on him, and he goes off on him. Like my favorite one is, he'll pick up a little piece of tissue or whatever. He's like, "Here," and they're like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Well, I thought this was for trash." And he's saying to them that you're trash. And then there's one female that he said something about I forgot what the bottom line. He was talking about her ass, that she was a flat back, and it was just like she turned around and she was a flat back. It was just like, oh my God, y'all have to see. I'm gonna post him on my Twitter page one time. So there are certain ones for certain situations that I really do like. So what's up, NYG, man? Thanks for tapping in, brother. So, and what's the last question? What's your thoughts on our show right now?
I love it. Like when I promoted it on my community tab, it's the hits. It's a very hit show. People keep on saying how much you guys bring the family and sports. You combine it. Not a lot of people do that. So it's just like when I was talking to my guy play-by-play with JJ today, and I was like, "Yo, I'm going live at 2:00 for the Halftime Coach Edd show," and he's like, "So you're not talking Sixers?" I'm like, "No, I'm talking like family. I'm talking friends, sports, the whole nine. The whole nine." And he's like, "Dude, that's good shit." I'm like, "I know, tune in." Knowing him, he's not going to tune in. But yeah.
Hey, it's cool. Any advice for us to help make this better and grow it?
Just keep on doing what you're doing. I uploaded to Spotify, so you guys have that as well. Like, keep on doing your thing. Seriously.
All right. Halftime, you got any more questions for him?
Nah. It's Mitch. We talk so much.
I got you.
It's just Mitch. I talk to him so much. It's like
I thought, weren't we talking about this certain player about to come back?
Wait, yeah. I told you I'm old, man. I forget shit. So, your favorite player, Mitch, Ben Simmons. The fans want him back. And now there's content creators, big content creators of Sixers.
Yeah.
Everybody is wanting him back. I do not want him back. I'm not in that area. But
yeah.
How do you feel about this?
There's some times where people only look at the. Okay, this is where you're going to come in perfectly for this halftime. Yeah, NYC, I know you're sleepy at night. It's just going like, oh, yeah, Ben Simmons just go over there, bleed. Hey, I warned you, but yeah, these people keep on looking at the numbers. Like I'm seeing stats of his. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, does everyone suddenly forget what happened a year or two ago? Does everyone forget what happened? I sure don't. I don't forget that. I mean, once he got traded, I threw his shirt into the garbage. That's how mad I was at him. I don't want him back. That video is still on the channel, by the way. Yeah. I would not watch. I'll still watch. That's the difference between me and a lot of Sixers fans. What is up, Raph? What is up? I still watch. I still support the team. I still critique it. But these guys gotta be put in their place, bro. like, come on, man. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe, like, I heard, like, I listen to sports radio, and all sports radio wants to get Ben Simmons back, and now all these people want Ben Simmons back. I'm like, what are they
This is
watching?
why I don't listen to sports radio.
I'm probably
I-
like,
Yeah, please take him back, yeah. Exactly.
Unpopular. I told you. Hey, Mikal Bridges is gone. Good move for you guys. You got picks out of that. But it was better for the Knicks, though. I'm just telling you right now, it was better move for the Knicks.
All right, that's a big war, big debate between Nets and Knicks fans. Trust me,
I
It
know.
really is.
Trust me, I know.
All right, so all right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to talking about the MLB, Major League Baseball. You know, with everything that's going on. So, a couple of messages in the chats. Philly news: Bryce Harper, Schwarber injury update. Real Remuto ramping up.
Yep.
You know, that's impressive there. I mean, that's interesting there. Where was the other one? I saw one other. Oh, here it is. Star Wars 99. Phillies prospects ignites AAA pressure team from. All right. So, do you know anything about that halftime?
I hear them talking, but I don't really pay too much attention to it
Okay.
because that's just they're just talking out their ass. It's hearsay.
Okay.
They're just trying to make the AAA people are what you call it, because you know if the Phillies make a trade, those guys are going to be they're the number one prospects going to be gone. So
Got you. Okay. Well, in the MLB right now, just going to go quickly over the standings. Let me see. Can I get the full league? All right. It's not giving me. Oh, MLB. There it is. All right. So, in terms of MLB, you got the Phillies are number one overall, 58-30. Baltimore now is number two, 56-32. The Guardians are at 54-32 at number three. The Dodgers at 35 at fourth. The Yankees at 54-36. The Brewers at 52-37. The Twins at 49-39. The Red Sox at 48-39. The Braves are at 47-39. I'm just going to really stop there, you know, because, you know, that's where I just want to go to in reference to that. But who do you think is the hottest out of them? Is it the Phillies or is it the Orioles? Who do you guys think? Starting with you, Halftime. Who do you think is the hottest right now playing the MLB?
well, I think it's the Phillies, but the Orioles are right behind them. I mean, don't get me wrong; they got some hit. Now, reason why I say it's the Phillies because of the stuff that they're doing. They're breaking Philadelphia records. Like this doesn't happen with the Phillies. What's going on? There's wins that's happening. This is the third time in Philadelphia history that this has happened. Then you got three All-Stars in you got Bohm, you got Harper, and you got Trey Turner going to the All-Star.
Right.
This ain't happened since Mike Smith and Pete Rose. This is how far we're back. And this doesn't happen for Phillies. This is why I said the Phillies are lighting it up. This doesn't happen. Bohm has over 70 RBIs. He's leading the league in RBIs. 70 already. He's going to have 100 RBIs this year. It's unreal. I mean, don't get me wrong. Baltimore's very close. And then watch the Yankees. Yankees are a good team. They might not be in freaking first right now, but
I got news to
there's
speak about that.
There's still a long haul.
All right, I'm going to get into that in a minute. But what about you, Mitch? What's your thoughts? Who's the hottest team for you right now?
It's the Phillies, hands down. But I got to go with the Orioles are right there. And Halftime, remember when you just said, because knowing you, we would probably forget this,
Yes.
but You said that the Orioles are hitting right now. Whenever you don't watch the Phillies hit, can you please make that make sense? Please.
I can't make sense. I didn't watch the game last night, and they hit like crazy. Turner had 2 home runs. I got freaking Rojas that can't hit a lick. He hit it, stole second, stole third, and the fucking they overthrew third, and he went home. Like, Jesus, crying out loud. You can't make this shit up.
And then Star Wars just said Nola has the 100th win on Apple TV.
On Apple TV, I can't watch a game like that. Jesus. Everybody hit.
But yeah, I'm going with that. And actually, I was watching this show on Edge of Philly Sports this morning, this other network I'm involved in, if anyone doesn't know that. But they were talking about the hottest teams right now in baseball. One of them said Phillies. The other guy said the Mets. And I'm like, how am I, like, they're playing good, or that's a recently,
Wow.
like, they're on a hot, like, I wouldn't say they were on a hot thing. You would? I don't think they're up
They
there.
had a
No,
couple
don't. I'm sorry. Don't pay me no mind. I'm watching the Liberty and the Fever.
I was like, wait, you're clapping for me? Thank you.
No, what it is they just say Caitlin Clark is the first rookie to ever do a triple-double in WNBA history against my Liberty. So,
Oh, wow.
that's why it's a sign of respect for
Yeah.
So, but I'm sorry, I should have done it low.
All good.
Okay,
Wow.
so-
That is amazing.
So, but
here's
here's my thing, okay? Because we're saying on the hot streak, okay? Yeah, the Phillies in the last 10 are 6-4. The Baltimore Orioles are at 7-3.
Yeah.
Now, I did not include these two teams in the initial discussion because I just didn't want to keep going down, being lazy. But I have to be honest and I have to be fair. San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros, they're both 8-2 over the last 10. San Diego's now at 49-43, so they're a little over 500, and the Astros, after their bad start, are at 46-42. Shout out to Tommy. Tommy is always talking about his Astros. He says keep watching, and they're starting to get into that rhythm. So that's why I'm looking, and I'm just looking at the standings, overall, but 8-2, that's pretty impressive over a 10-game period, because usually 6-4, 7-3 is about the standard. So that's something that I would expect.
They're good, but Astros also cheap.
That's another story.
We'll bring out the New England Patriots in baseball. Let's talk about it, Coach.
So no, I understand.
A guy caught cheating. They're a bunch of cheaters.
Perception is always the reality. I understand.
They're a bunch of cheaters. It's reality.
Hey, look, I don't care if they. I just hope they don't make it. So I know Tom. Yeah, I just said that, Arku. That's what I was just clapping for a little bit while ago. So, but yeah, but again, Baltimore and Philly, yes, definitely. Especially after the way the Yankees started. I mean, which is going into my next phase of who's playing terribly. You thought the Yankees really were going to really distance themselves, but these two teams really stayed the course. And the Guardians. I have to be fair with the Guardians. They, even though they're 4-6 over the last 10, but they've always been pretty steady, in terms of their play. But the Yankees, for that matter, they're 2-10 over the last 10. And since the middle of June, I saw a record that said, I think it was since June 17th or something like that. They're 4-23 or something to that effect. They're not playing well. So they're right now on a downward spiral. I can't figure out why.
They're going to get back in there.
I don't know, because this is crazy the way that they've dropped into play like that. And like NYG said, they lost 14 out of 16. So, I mean, yes, I get what you're saying. It's a long season. They can change. Things can change, and that is so true. But you do expect the Yankees 2-8 over 10. 4-16 out of 16, 4 wins since June. I mean, since the middle of June. I mean, I get it, but there has to be, especially when you have that lineup. yes, some guys have been in and out, I get that. I'm not going to deny that, but still, you're the New York freaking Yankees. There's a certain standard that if you're playing 500 ball, I could actually kind of tolerate it if you want to use that word. But this type of play, man, I'm just like, I'm back on my bullshit of, to the point of Cashman got to freaking go. Can't stand the damn GM. I don't care. And boom, some of your boneheaded moves, decisions, man. It's like, what the frick are you doing, man? What's going on? So, but that's me with the Yankees. They're right now the worst team in baseball. Yes, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm being emotional. I'm in my shit as Lou would say. So, but that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. Yankees are sucking right now, and if they don't get their crap together, it's going to be back to the mid 1980s again, the dark days of the Yankees before you had the core four in play. So, and I love Don Mattingly, but
it's an unpopular opinion.
See, look what my brother. What did you say? Boone should have been fired. So, but then again, my second favorite team, the Phillies, are so it's a all right, at least one of my teams is doing well. So that's why I can't be too far gone. But my Yankees really are hurting. And yes, I know they have the 5th overall record in all of baseball. They're only 5 games out of the overall record. They're only 3 back from Baltimore, but it's just the trend of it for me. With the Yankees, and I would not, especially
I get
it, especially after the way the season started. I would not think, oh well, the Yankees will be playing some of the worst baseball in baseball. If you just want to say 500, okay, fine. But the Yankees are not. Oh, never mind. I see who's talking. So let me shut up. You're right, Damien. You're right. No, Damien, you're right. Go ahead.
It's the Damien stupid comment of the day.
No.
We're at number 1.
Damien is right. Everything he says is he's all knowing, all seeing. So we must bow down to his great insight. So yes, almighty Damien, you are the man. So.
You know who was a big surprise for me?
Mm-hmm.
I will be honest, because watching the Braves drop like they are, and they lost their. I get it. They lost their starting pitcher. They lost their starting hitter. They lost their closer, and I think they lost another pitcher. I'm not
They
sure.
lost a lot of players. Let's just keep it at that.
I think they lost like 4 or 5 guys. But I mean, they are just on a downslope. And so are the Mets. I mean, the Mets just got beat last night 14-2.
Yeah, the Mets are 42. 42 and 44 overall, 5-5 over the last 10. So yeah.
I just have a quick question for halftime. You just said that you're gonna be honest, right? Does that mean you weren't honest before? So were you lying to us before?
No.
Shout out to Blaze for that.
I always do that. I don't know.
I do it too. I don't
lie, so I don't know why I say it.
I say that too.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know. I say that too.
Shocked that the Braves are dropping that far.
And my friend actually had a hot take about the Phillies. I told you about this halftime. He thinks that the Phillies are going to be a first-round exit. He believes that they're going to be like the Atlanta Braves of last year.
You need to tell your friend to stop smoking the funny shit. There's nobody even smoking the funny shit says that. There's no way.
Oh, okay. It's either that or bring back Ben Simmons. Okay. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. My friend knows more about he actually knows more about baseball than JJ. Like, I'm serious. I know friends who know more about baseball than JJ ever could. And I'm telling you, I go with them more. And watch JJ be like, and there he is. There he is.
All right. I want to share this little. because it's talking about the All-Star game. This says drafting starting pitchers for the 2024 All-Star game. Let me just share this with you guys first.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Hold on a second.
Here we go.
What's
That
good,
is-
Eric?
Can you guys see this?
That's okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I know you guys said, tell me, stop this. Okay. So I don't want to show the image. All right. So it's basically talking about who would the ultimately, with the all-star pitch coaches, who the pitchers are. It says the task we presented here are 5 MLB writers. It's a bit slippery. They decided who are the pitchers that they would select. So this picture says Paul Skeens. I hope I said it, Skeens, and Garrett Crochet. I get Skeens is with the Pirates, and Crochet is with the White Sox. Yeah, he's with the White Sox.
Right now.
So you got this. You got how am I saying his name right? Skeens.
Skeens is a fucking
Skeens.
phenomenal pitcher. That dude is phenomenal. He's very good. He's a very good.
I just want to know his name. That's it. So okay.
Yeah.
So Skeens and Crochet, whatever.
Is he better than Suarez?
No, nobody's better than Ranger Suarez. Hopefully, Ranger gets his 11th win today.
He still hasn't got his 11th win yet.
No.
What?
No, the Phillies freaking. Every time he plays, they don't get the bats don't come alive.
Okay, don't watch the game, and then the bats will come alive.
All right, we got Chris Sales and Matt Scherzer for the National Ranger Suarez. There you go. Corbin Burns, Max Fried, and Jack Flaherty. And do we have one more? There it is. Zach Wheeler and Tariq Skubal. Now, halftime. I can't say the names. I'm just messing it up. But
no. I never heard. I don't pay attention to baseball as much, so I'm like, these names are brand new to me. So that's why I'm
Wheeler. Here it is. He says Wheeler leads all starters in Fangraphs with WAR at a 22. Has the second most innings, 741. Has a 3.01 ERA, which is 5th. For those who've thrown 500 winnings. So he's an innings aiding ace, dominating in the postseason, 2.42 ERA. You guys can see what I'm reading. Why am I sitting here reading it? And then Skubal, I hope I say his name right. He has a 6.2 WAR with no other starter above 5.5. I don't know what FIP stands for. At a 2.42, second in ERA behind Burns. So and he's only 27 years old, so he's young. Yeah. Wow. So I mean, do we what is your thoughts halftime? Do you consider him as someone you would say yes as far as in the all-star starters?
Yes. Oh yeah. All these guys that they just mentioned are going to be fucking good stories. This All-Star is going to be a good one. And I don't like the All-Star game. I'm not an All-Star game guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like watching them, but them two, yeah.
All right, so
but this is why I don't like it, because I don't want to see my guys get hurt in the All-Star.
Okay. So
I don't want my guys in there because I don't want to see them get hurt.
All right, so that you know what? I like that subject. But let me finish closing this out. Max Fried and Jack Flaherty. There. Let's see. Flaherty. Let's see. Fried. Is it Fried or Fried?
Fried, I think.
Okay, so he's only made 14 appearances in 2023, and in IRL already this year he's thrown 2 complete games, holds a 2.91 ERA, which I know that's good. So Flaherty's a great first half with the Cardinals. The Cardinals, what was it? I mean, it sounds like this guy is pretty good too. So
they are good. They
But
really are
okay,
good. They got good arms. They're top notch.
so would you take 4 over 5 in terms of what we so far this season?
Yeah,
Okay, so you're
I
taking
would.
4 over 5. Okay, so right now we just now have 4. So let's go up to 4 to versus 3. There it is. I know you're gonna take 3. I know it already. I don't even
No,
have
you're
to.
taking. I am taking three. I'm taking.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'm not even gonna debate it.
Rangers is shit.
Yeah, Ranger danger,
Ranger
Ranger
is the
danger.
shit. I'm telling you now. You might that when that
So,
dude is
so right now
fucking
we're gonna take
focused.
number 3. It's his starters. hmm
But
So he's focused.
it's a good one now. It's a good
So
competition
are
right
you
there. I like
taking?
to see that
Are
one.
you take 3 over over 2 with Chris Sales and Max Scherzer? I mean, when you sit down, you break down their stats. Um, let's see. Well, here it
That
is. I got one
Scherzer's
right
good,
here.
man. I freaking like
Well,
my Scherzer.
Sales. Well, Sales is having a vintage season for.
Max Scherzer is really
He's
good. I like him a lot.
Sales
Chris
is
Sale
11
is
and
good too.
3,
I wanted him.
2.71 to 127 strikeouts. And it says he's already putting him in triple crown territory. And Scherzer, he's back. I
Yep.
mean, so are you taking? He has a 1.74.
Yeah.
Oh, through his first 2 starts back. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you taking? Are you taking 3 over 2 then? Because that's Ranger. That's Ranger and Corbin Burns. And let's see,
No.
Burns. Their second
Hey,
and third, respectively.
here's something that people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The Phillies are talking about trying to trade for Corbin Burns.
Ooh. Okay.
The Phillies are trying to trade to get him.
What would they give up? What would they have to give up?
Let me see
Baseball is-
respectively.
It's your prospects. It's your best prospects.
Be the Orioles.
And the Phillies have a lot of good prospects. So, that's going to be their right fielder. They'll probably get a couple bad draft picks, but it's going to be mostly your draft, your prospects.
I like that thought right there. This has the potential to be a World Series matchup later this year. That's deep right there. So right now you're still keeping 3 over number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go to number 1. Skeens and crochet or croquette, however you want to say it.
Yeah, my friend just texted me. He said Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball behind Suarez.
Yes, and I'm about to say the same thing. It would be Skeens.
So you're taking number 1, it would be your starting pitchers for the All-Star game this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skeens is better than Ranger, but not by much.
Okay.
Because Ranger's been on this downfall right now. So that's the only reason. It would have been Ranger all the way, but he's the best one right there.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting, though. So let me stop sharing this right now. Okay, so that's going to be interesting when we come to the All-Star game, man. It's interesting for me because I want to see that, and you're giving me a little insight into what to look for. So but let's get caught up with the chat. Shots fired. Victor.
What is that, Vic? No.
Who is this guy that knows more about baseball than me? Who believes they're going to be a first-round exit? What?
Hey, I'll talk to you off stream. All right?
Okay. Thank you, play-by-play. FIP is fielding independent pitching. Okay. So there's so many different statistics in baseball. Yeah. It's like, it's just hard for me.
You guys see too many stats.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I get it. It's just some of it.
You know what it is? It's that freaking how they just come up with the stats anymore. I just can't take it.
Fair.
I mean, you can sit here and you can take somebody's stats and juggle them around so much. You can make that guy look like he's the greatest player ever, the greatest pitcher ever. And it doesn't matter. It just, I can say bullshit to it. This analytics is what kills everything.
You know why, Halftime? Stats are not the whole
story.
Story. There we go. There we go. I was waiting for you. I was like,
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to another subject.
All
Shout
right.
out to Mrs. Halftime for this. She does a great job in helping the show. In a sense, she's the executive producer to a certain degree. Yeah, so and we're gonna talk about how toys and gaming has changed from childhood to adulthood. I'm sorry.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead, Mitch.
I
What's up?
just gotta say this real quick. I can totally picture Mrs. Halftime go out to Philly halftime and be like, "I'm the executive producer. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?"
Okay,
Is that
so
what's gonna happen
You
now?
just tell me I will freaking pause you. I got the power.
all right. So here's one of the questions that started off. What were some of the toys that defined your childhood, whether it's a board game, action game, in comparison to some of the toys now? What do you feel are some toys that defined your childhood? Mitch, I'm going to start with you.
All right. So I'm going to like these the PlayStation 1. That's the first video game system I ever got. So what?
They got a mold.
Right. But and then I'm gonna go to like the handheld video games, but that changed from my childhood actually. Not a lot of people know this.
Mm-hmm.
Chess. I played chess a lot when I was a kid. And I was actually on my chess high school team. So it's just like, yeah. So chess is a big one.
Okay. What about you, Halftime?
Well, it'd be
What are you looking at?
For a video game, it would have been Atari.
Way before me.
Now I'm old, and I know I'm old, but they used to have, they have always the Matchbox cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they had the friggin' long tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the good part, playing with them. But when you're bad, listen, that was a weapon. It was a weapon. You don't understand when you got by that shit.
Yes. That's where we're going.
Yes, that's where I'm going with
what?
it.
Yes, when you were a bad kid, your parents would take them apart.
Your mom would take that and use it as a whip.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like a belt?
Yes.
Yeah, and whack the shit out of you.
Yes.
No, it would leave ropes on your back.
This defines your child. Yes. Yes.
Now we're like, you can't even do that now. You can't even do that nowadays. You can't even do that now.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, back in the day, I used to have to go cut my own friggin' tree branch down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. You know.
Come on, Bree. Come on. All right. Go ahead.
But yeah, that was my good and also bad of my childhood. Remembering that right there.
Well, there's two things that define my childhood. Number one, my mother worked for Mattel. So back in the days, my brothers and sister and I, we got, when they first were coming out, all the toys, everything, the Hot Wheel cars, my sister with all the dolls and everything. So yeah, I had them all. You name it. Yeah, from the 1970s down when my mother started working for Mattel. Yeah, I had it. Everything that came out, we had it. It did not matter if it was made by Mattel. We had it in our household. So that was one. And the other one, because I'm a military brat, the Army figurines. And I used to sit and play
love the
for
army
hours. You used to get the big bag where you had all the different ones. And my favorite one was always the guy laying down with the machine gun. He was just it. You could take all the other ones, but he would take, and I would just line him up, and I would just go bang, 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 and I flick all the other ones who were standing up and knock them down. I would have the tanks because we would have I'm telling you, my friends used to sit there and like, you really are into this military tactics stuff. Yeah. You know, who's coming up on your left flank, on your right flank? Let's split them down the middle, you know, to separate and divide and yeah, that was me. And then, you know, if you have a little wooden
firecrackers and fucking put them in the dirt, light it, so that guy's right there.
Yep.
Your landmine.
You have we were in an area where there were trees, and I would do things where I would put soldiers, well, not high up, but you know, you have brushes. I would put them in the trees so they were, you know, camouflage. Yeah, that was me. I was all into it, man. That defined my whole childhood. That, and then of course the electric football boards.
Oh yeah.
You know,
remember the handheld football game?
Oh yeah, I have it with the little dots, and you
the little dots, and it's just fucking dots.
I still have it in my storage locker. I have the green one. Because it was a green one and a white one. So
I had the white one, and I'm like, I freaking
thank God.
I had it at my mom's house, and then when my mom passed away, my brother took it. I'm like, he goes,
now, if we want to go into video games, because Mitch, you talked about your era.
Yeah.
For me, you know, in halftime, you talked about Atari, and I had an Atari.
You're right.
But didn't define me for video games. It was actually going to the arcade with a pocket full of quarters and playing and standing. You know, you're standing there with Miss Pac-Man, Donkey, and my favorite was always Donkey Kong. It was always Donkey Kong, and it was always a fight to get the Donkey Kong. It was that or Pac-Man. Those were the two. You know, so
the player. He didn't go there to play video games. What did you go to the arcade game for? To meet the chicks.
No, not me. It was legitimately.
Come on, man.
I was there to play the video games. And especially the 2-player, because I would go with one of my friends. So we're competing with each other. So that was the whole thing. So it was, you know, you really got into it and you're pounding on it with your hands and everything. So, you know, because you have the little joystick and then the buttons.
I know what you mean. I know.
Yeah, I know where you were going. There's no pause in this channel. There's no pause here.
I'm like, hold on. To let you know, Mitch, you want to know, there's a lot of people say how you meet your girl, how you meet girls. It was in the arcades. Because they're only there for one thing. And you go in there, you might be playing the game, but you're not there for that. You're over there going, you know what? All right, I got that.
Well, see, halftime to that point, though, that leads me to, you know, when I did start wanting to meet the females, it was always the one where you're riding the motorcycle. And I would stand behind her, and because they're leaning out and their butts are protruding, I'm just sitting there like this. And I'm like, or take
my hand.
No, but see, here's the thing, though. It's like when they're done, then you go up behind them. They help them up. Hey, come on, let me help you off. Because they're riding for a while, so their legs are a little bit sore because it's spread. Yes. So now you're helping them all, and your hand kind of slides down off of the backside to help them all. Come on now. Now look, play a no game, Philly. Come on, halftime. I know game, but initially I was there just
Atari was the great going there and doing that. It was fun. Then you'll go out to eat. You'll go sit there and eat a little bit, get a drink, go back, and you hung out at the mall the whole entire time.
Well, see, where I was at. I actually had I didn't have to go to a mall. It was just literally 3 blocks down from my house. Well, 3.5. Go down.
So you just had like a store that was just arcades.
Yeah, it was a group of stores, and one of them was an actual arcade. So you could just go into and play. It was in a mall strip, if you want to say that. So
Right.
but yeah, it was there. You had your pizza parlor there, you had your candy store, you also had the liquor store there. So yeah, that's right. We had the liquor store. So somebody would always get the liquor, and it's in the back. So you're in the back there.
It's so funny. Hey, Coach, how weird is it now? Like here they have a liquor store. I mean, back in the day, we were young. We still got liquor.
Yeah.
It was easy. You didn't need ID. Listen, your mom gave you a note to go get cigarettes from the store.
Damn,
Liberty. You could have went to a machine and just pulled some change out and pull on a handle and pick a pack of cigarettes up.
Yeah, that's
true.
You
didn't need to be 21.
You ready for this, guys? You ready for this? I get carded, alcohol. I can't drink, so I get carded at movie theaters because of my height and my shape.
I have never been carded in my life, not even for life.
I get carded at movie theaters because I have the height of like a high school kid, and then I shave with no beard. I mean, come on, that explains it.
All right,
right
so
there.
Let me answer a Sixers fans question right here. Yes, I remember Frog, but I have a story on this one. Here's the story.
Mm-hmm.
You remember now, Coach? Remember this? Your parents used to go, "Hey, don't bother me. Go play traffic."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I used to live near 295.
Oh, I know exactly where you are now.
I know where you're going with this.
I used to actually run across the 295 to see if I could play Frogger.
You mean
just to see if I could get away from the car.
You've told me this before.
Yeah, and then one day I get crossed, and my brother's friends, they had during this pickup truck, and he locked the brakes up. Get in there, beat the daylights out of me. I mean, I got messed up bad.
Yeah, but 295 is just so damn. It's wide. You got what 5 lanes in one section. Then you have the middle sector. But it's also the middle sector because the middle sector is just so damn big. My ex-wife lives down there. She lives right off of
they pull over, put me in the car, beat the hell out of me. Woo. And I mean, when I got beat the hell, I got beat the hell out. Then he said, "Yo, you want your son back?" What was he doing? He's playing Frogger on 295. Damn it! Did you with this kid? They're like,
oh my gosh,
the kid ain't right. The kid ain't right. I can't.
Yeah, you're right.
Once he told me that, I was like, "You must be like high."
I wasn't high. It wasn't drunk. It was just we didn't have the internet. We did stupid shit.
You took your parents' word literally. You took it literally. Yes.
You told me to go play on them.
Yeah.
You told me to play this game, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, my parents freaked. So when everybody goes, "Oh, have you ever played Frogger?" Yeah, I played Frogger. I played Frogger.
You literally played Frogger.
You literally.
Yes.
All right, really quick before.
I haven't even been hit by a car twice. I'm good.
So really quick before we go into the next thing, I actually go to this barcade where there's like all these old games and stuff, and there's alcohol. It's a beer, it's a bar, and there's 90s style games. It's like 80s and 90s style games. So me and my buddy, we would play like Frogger, that was there. We would play NBA Jam, we would play Pac-Man. Like, I miss that. I got to text him and be like, "Dude, we got to head back."
Yeah, I wonder why you need to head back.
I don't drink.
Yeah, okay, bitch. Right. Yeah, you don't drink.
No, my buddy drinks.
You don't drink.
No. Okay, you may not drink, but you get a little taste every now and then. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, we used to do that with my dad. When your dad used to always go, "Hey, go get me a beer out of fridge, boy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, here you go, Dad.
Well,
Pretty good, Dad, actually.
see. My parents showed me they still have the pictures from me in 1968. Yeah, I said 1968, and I'm 1 years old, and I have bottles. I have a bottle of beer. Then there's different pictures, and one of them I'm just like this, turned up. So I used because they always leave the residue. They would always leave the residue, and as a kid, you go around and like to halftime saying when you're cleaning up, you get that little taste. Well, my parents have the pictures of me drinking. Yeah, I know it's 1960, so they couldn't get in trouble. Now you can.
Yeah, you're getting in trouble now, but back in the day, they were like that. Shoot, you're freaking. You have a toothache. You know what they used to use? Mitch?
Yes.
Whiskey.
Yes.
Yep.
They put whiskey right on your gums. Like,
Yep.
What do you think?
It's a glob. It's like, yo, man, by the time you're done.
Where do you think Ambisol came? What do you think? Where do you think the thought of Ambisol came from? That was just their excuse.
That's exactly what it is. Ambisol.
Yeah, they were like,
that was their Ambisol.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, that's how we grew up. I get it.
Grew up this way. I'm like,
I'm proud to say I'm a lush. But let's get back on topic, man. Seriously. Now, in terms of the games from when we all were younger in comparison to today. So,
yep.
I was talking to my ex-girlfriend actually this morning that we were talking about that, and the progression of the games is just, it's so different. Kids today, they have it good, but they do have it bad with the game today. Where like I was saying to her, the one good thing about us, like kids today, especially in gaming, yes, you're in the comfort of your own home. You're safe to a certain extent, being that physically you're there and you don't have an outside entity. But on the flip side, the problem is they're not getting out and they're not, in a sense, physically socializing and physically being active. You're sitting in your home and now you're on your computer and so on, where like halftime, I was saying we could go to the arcade. Take a bag of quarters, save up your quarters or whatever, however you got your money, but you're getting out the house and going to an arcade. And some of the games you're standing, you're not sitting on a couch, comfortable. So the level of physicality is also included in the arcade, where today it's not there. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Starting with you, halftime.
Well, it's like you said, like now you're in your own home. You don't go nowhere. You don't do nothing. You're only in your home. You don't get to mingle with other people. When you went in the arcade, well, you're hanging out with people that you just met, playing a game or something. But then also, you might got in a fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Mitch, the way you were holding it, thank you that way. You know what I thought? I'm thinking you're I'm thinking like, yo, bro, what are you saying? Yo.
That was my point. That was my point I was going to bring.
No, but the angle, I'm sitting there.
I know. I was like this.
Bro, no, you had it straight up, so I didn't see the little what you could. Yeah, at first when you look, it wasn't tilted to the side; it was straight. So I'm like,
it was straight. I was holding it like this.
No, you were holding
the other way, like this.
No, like that, where it looks like. I'm gonna excuse me. It looks like an adult toy, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro. What are you saying?
That was my point, because you guys were talking about the comfort in your own home.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I brought this out. Like, yes, it hurts the social aspect of it.
Yeah, that one,
Yeah, it hurts the social aspect. That's why I brought it. I didn't mean to hold it like that, god dang.
That's my point. The way you were holding it, you could have held it in your hand like this.
I did not mean to hold it like that yet.
That's why I looked at you. I was like, yo, what the hell are you just saying doing?
No. I did not mean to hold it like that. The reason I brought that out is because with technology, right? Like my friends who used to be like neighbors of mine, they live in Maryland. So this is how we communicate. Like we play video games and talk. Like that's how we communicate now. And it's just like,
that's a good thing, Mitch. But here's the thing, though. you still can get up and go out and do other things. You've gone to wrestling matches, basketball games. What I'm saying is there are kids, there are people, kids, whoever, in today's day and age, that's all they do. The only time they're going to get up is go to the bathroom. No, but Mitch, you still get up and go out. These people 24 hours a day, literally, will sit in front of a TV or a game, and that's it. Other than to go to the bathroom, mommy or daddy or somebody will bring them their food, and they're playing. And that's where I'm saying, the difference is from when we were younger, as far as all of us. You could still get up and go out and play. Yes, now you're still communicating, yes, and you have the mindset to do that, which is good. That's fine. Yeah. But there are those who also get so consumed with it that it's their reality. They don't understand that you need to break that. You need a break sometimes. You just need to get up and just
then,
take.
Yeah, I agree. And people actually grind to play these games to make money and make a living. Like I've known YouTubers who make millions of dollars by doing that.
Mitch.
Huh?
Yeah,
we did do back in the day.
Maybe not millions.
I'm just saying,
You're playing pinball.
Oh yeah.
Dude, who's the pinball? Who's better at pinball?
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to touch on Damien's. I want to say one thing about Damien. Games were less competitive and less violent as they are right now. And competitiveness, I think the competitiveness is just different because we competed. Trust and believe, we competed. I will say this: the electric football games. Sometimes, like you had to have sometimes multiple teams. Even of your own team, because guess what? You lose, I'm taking your team. Do you know how many kids would be so upset? That's why sometimes kids would have of one team. Of the New York Football Giants, I had 5 teams. I had 5 teams. First of all, I would have to have the home and away, the blue and the white uniforms, but then I have to have extra to say, you know what? If I did lose to Junie, he's going to take my team. And we only took it because we wanted to rub it in because my brothers, one's a Cowboy, one's an Eagles fan. We competed, same thing. And we would take it and, I got your team. All right, I'm going to get it back, blah, blah, blah. So you win. And then, you try to take their team. So the competitiveness, it was there. The violence, I agree. The level of violence with some of the games now where, cars running over people, you're taking people killing people. Now, I dealt with the military video games. That's different. But a lot of the other stuff that they see today, it's because I worry about it for my granddaughter. I mean, Mitch, you play this on a regular. What's some of your favorite games that you're playing?
So right now, Halftime would tell you it's Fortnite. That's like number 1 right now for me. But I'm mostly into sports video games. So that would have been like NBA 2K, Madden. I was never like one of those guys who were there you go, Damien, you actually came up with something funny. There you go. But for me, I'm not into like those shooting games. I was back in the day with some of my buddies, like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, and that stuff, and it actually affected people mentally. That's who I was talking about, Arco. That's who I was talking about. That's who I was talking about. But it can really hurt your mental state. It really can.
Yeah. What about you? What's your thoughts on that, Halftime?
Well, back in the day, I mean, come on, man. From the graphics now than what we had, Coach. I'm like, it's way different. I mean, like, we had, like, if you want to go with a card game, we had Moon Patrol. Moon Patrol was just little freaking cars that just went like this and jumped and shot. It wasn't really that much. But the graphics now, where you got all these cars come out and they got like 5 machine guns and missiles and blowing things up. Yeah, graphics are crazy. So.
Now here's one game which most people probably don't know about, but in New York, when I used to go visit my grandmother, and I would always take my cards, my sports cards, whichever, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, and kids in the neighborhood, we would take bottle tops and you pack it up. And we would bet off of that. We actually, we would compete, but whoever you're putting up, this card versus that card, and you played or if you were doing pitching quarters, if you didn't have the bottle tops, you would pitch
Yep.
quarters. The pitch quarters where you pitch up against the wall and you try to get it as close, or the way to really win is to get it up and get your quarter to stand up on the wall. But yeah, those were also some games that we used to play along with it. So, and it was just very intriguing, and it sets you up. It sets a foundation for your life, whether good or bad. So, which goes to my next question. Has the evolution of gaming changed for the better or for the worse?
For the
Mitch,
worst.
I'm gonna start. It's for the worst at halftime?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm sorry. I jumped on that one. Because then nobody goes there. They don't go to fucking out.
Good point.
They don't go out, coach.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
kicked
go
out of
out,
your house,
but they
coach.
make money.
And then when you woke up, you got kicked out of your house and said, don't come on to that street light comes on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You weren't allowed in the house.
Mm-hmm.
These kids don't do a damn thing. They don't want to do nothing. So
Is that well
that's why
in
it's
reference to
worse.
that? No, that's a good point, Halftime. But is it also a product of the environment? Because nowadays you have an element that's out there where you want to make sure your child is safe. It's not because like you saying, where I lived, I could go up the street in a sense. When I say up the street, I'm literally talking 6 blocks up the street away from my home. Where nowadays, as a parent, you're not going to let your child go that far unless you know who they're going to, and then there's an adult there, so on and so forth. Where as a kid, I could do that random. I
guess it's because I was raised, but I mean, we had the same issues. You had that.
No, see, I never worried about somebody coming by and snatching me up as a kid. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't either, but I mean, like,
and that's what I'm getting at.
Hold on, we had a milk carton, coach, right?
I didn't remember
milk carton, missing persons.
Yeah, you're right.
Milk carton, missing persons.
Kids.
Yeah, you're right.
What about milk?
But my parents didn't worry. That's what I'm getting at. Where I'm saying we're talking about getting out of the house.
Because your parents are like, nobody wants my kid. They will bring that dude back. They'll bring that kid back. But yeah, we had milk curtains. Come on, at 10 o'clock.
Damien, you're right.
On TV. Hey, do you know where your kids are? Because your freaking parents forgot about you.
Yeah, you're right. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are today, right now?
So, I mean, are you right? Everybody would probably worry about now. I don't think you have to worry about now more than you had to worry about back in the day.
So it's really a matter of how you look at it, because like you said, getting out of the house is important because you're being physically active. We're going out, we're playing games, we're playing tag. One of our favorite was hide and go get it. So halftime knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if you know what I mean, Mitch. Do you know what I mean, Mitch? When I say hide and go get it.
Oh no, I know hide and go seek.
No, hide and go get it is a boys and girls interactive game.
Oh,
yeah, big dirty bitch. You're an old guy.
It's taking spin the bottle to another level.
Yep.
so
wow. Being in the closet with a girl for 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Oh, it's more than that.
Baby.
And you're outside. Literally. So, yeah. So,
I just gotta say this real quick. With the banner, it looks like I'm only a neck up.
Oh. All right. Here. All right. Here we go. We know what this subject is. I'll do that for you. Okay.
There we go. It's like, oh wait.
So, but now I asked about the gaming today. Is it for better or for worse?
So it depends on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if you're striving for a goal and your parents respect you of that goal and have your support, then yes. If you don't have a goal at all and your parents are like, okay, you're trying to get them out of the house, there's no go, then that is bad. You got to have a common ground between the parents and your kid. You got to have a common ground. And if the parents support you and what you want to do, have for it. If they don't, and you don't have a direction, then yes, it's a problem.
Excellent point. That's a great point, man. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead, halftime. What were you going to say?
That was a good point. No, I was just saying that was a good point.
Mm.
All right, now Mitch. All right, because I know halftime and I have already we've been to the arcade. So, did you play games in the arcade also?
Yeah, like I went to David, like to the barcade, like I said before. Yes, like Frogger, that kind of stuff. Yes,
Okay.
I've been to the Funplex. I've been to like Dave and Buster's. So yeah,
and all.
yeah. And
Okay.
actually, here's something kind of funny. Halftime. Do you know where the promenade is? Just a question. Do you know what that is? No? It's in our area. You don't know what that is? It's like where okay. So it's like it's just so what I'm getting at. Okay, so the promenade is just basically a land and then there's stores there. There's like the Apple store and everything there. And then my cousin not my cousin. It's like it's like a mall, yeah, outdoor mall, yeah. And then my best friend's father owns the land of that, and then my best friend's uncle, he owns the Funplex. So that's where I was trying to get to the promenade of the Funplex, because with the Funplex, it's actual game, it's an arcade, and my best friend uncle owns that. So I'm like, they got money there.
Nice.
All right, Damien. Yes, I understand what you're saying. In my opinion, kids being in the house, it's kind of a good thing, because you think about it. If you know they're safer in the house than being outside watching your back every day. Yes, you're right, and I get you. And again, that goes to what we were just saying. It depends on, it's your environment. Because sometimes if you're in an urban environment, you're just going to really go sit on the stoop. Sometimes you're getting out of the house.
Yeah.
You're still going to have people in your neighborhood who are going to be looking out for you. So it goes both ways. But yes, there are some situations where you want your children to be safe, and being in the house, it sometimes is good. So I get that. So, but getting back to my question about the arcades, as far as arcades and being the in home.
Yeah.
How has those experiences differed, between the two for you? Because it kind of goes to what Damien is kind of saying right there. How are they different in that regard? We talked about being outside, but the games themselves, this is what I want you to focus on. How are they different between the two in comparison to going to the arcades and now? I don't care if you're talking about realism, the standing, the excitement, whatever, the bells and whistles, because remember the arcade was always the noise. But how have they differed, or how do they differ? That's the word I should say. Go ahead, Mitch. You take the lead on this one.
How do they differ?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
You know what? I'll take the lead. I'll start it off for you guys. All right. A lot of it is just like I said. The games today, there's a lot more realism. Plus like we're doing now, headsets, you hear the action, you hear what's going on, explosions a lot more. It seems realer. You're looking at a video screen, so it's drawing you in a little bit more. Like I said, the characters, the realisms, actual peoples. Because think about it. I grew up Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. Those are like cartoon characters. Even the women, the Mario Brothers, they're still cartoon characters. Now it's more realistic, and that's why I think it draws people in, because you can also relate to the characters. You can create your own characters, so that's where a lot of it is different. Where me growing up, it was set. This is what it is, and you still had a break from separate. What the hell was that, halftime?
The 2-liter bottle of cinnamon. But it's.
But what?
The way he's no. Just put it in one hand. No. Hold it upright and put it in one hand. No, not like that. Like you're holding, like you're gonna drink it. That's like your hand on the side. Damn, you got a 40, son. That's a nice 40, son.
How many of
Yeah.
those have you drank? How many of those have you drank today at halftime?
One.
Why do I feel like you're drinking more?
I always drink. I drink a lot of soda.
Yeah.
But that's only one 2 liter. I drink. If you all want me to tell you how much soda I drink 2-3 liter of sodas a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you actually put it in a 3 liter bottle, I drink 2 of them a day.
Yeah. So when I met halftime, he was there chilling. He had a soda in his sweatshirt pocket, just taking it out and drinking it. I'm like, where'd you get that? I was like, what the hell?
Always got a soda on me.
You're a better man than me, bro. I can't do it no more. Or I could if I want to, but yeah, I choose. I'm more focused on my water now. So
I drink
Me
water. I drink water, like when I'm at work, but it's mostly soda.
For me, it's water and iced tea. Soda occasionally.
it's water and liquor for me. I can't lie.
Yeah. And I've actually started drinking lemonade again. Like pink lemonade. I started drinking that again. So
Ew, you're drinking pink pea?
lemonade.
Pink pea. It's pink pea. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I know it's a joke. I was like, wait.
And he stopped to think about it. No, but you still stopped to think about it.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah.
You know, Coach drinks lemonade.
Yeah.
Mitch, I'm gonna let you know. Coach drinks lemonade, and guess what it's gonna be with vodka.
No.
We'll have vodka and
Here's the
lemonade.
thing. No.
Very good.
I can't. I don't like mixed drinks. I like my hard liquor straight.
Really?
If I'm gonna drink vodka, it's straight. No ice, no nothing. It's just straight. Whiskey, brandy, it don't matter. I just gotta drink it straight. I don't want. I've done it. I'm not saying I don't do it on occasion sometimes, but if I'm gonna drink, straight to the point.
Somebody showed me vodka and lemonade. I mean, I was like, I'm good. This is my drink.
Now I will say this. I'll drink vodka with a beer. I'll do that.
Right.
You know, then
you're having a shot and then you got a chaser.
Yeah, now I'll do that. So, but the whole thing is with my chaser, I don't sip it. I gotta guzzle it. So
yeah.
So, but
you're the same way I am. When I take a shot, I gotta guzzle.
What? Okay. Am I missing something for halftime?
I don't have yoga class. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't stretch. I don't know what he's talking
He doesn't do any of that.
Okay. He's just okay. He's trolling. You got me for a second. Tequila shots.
Yeah, I don't do yoga, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't stretch. 7 inches.
Damien, I'm going to say this.
7-inch stretch.
Okay.
And every time in baseball, you got the 7-inch stretch. Mm-hmm. And everybody says, well, stand up and stretch. And I don't stretch, so.
Well, that's in the middle of the inning halftime.
Yeah.
You got me, Nick. You got me, Nick. All right, you got me. And Damien, tequila shots are cool. I just don't like doing the salt and the lime thing. No, I just want to drink it straight. You know, me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like. Well, it doesn't burn anymore, but I like the burn when you drink it. Most people don't like the burn. I like it. I love it. It's just, you know, that's the fun part of drinking, and then with liquor. And I also like guzzling hard liquor. Hell, when I used to go to the bar, my dumb ass would take every clear liquor and try to mix it together and drink it all out of a pitcher. You know, then I got brave and I started taking dark with the clear and mixing it together and drinking it. So exactly, everybody look at me like, and I'm saying I'm not sipping, I'm guzzling. You got liquor out of your mouth.
You don't understand what he's talking about of a burn.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's on fire.
Burn.
He's just straight up. Doing that is just.
Look, one of my all-time favorite drinks, if you want to say mix, is Cisco. I love Cisco's. So, and for those of you who don't know, if you ever tried Cisco, I love Cisco and I love Everclear. Those are my two drinks, man. You give me those at a party, I'm good, man. Leave me alone. I'll drink that all day long.
Like for shots, I like Southern Comfort, Yukon Jack,
Mm-hmm.
and then I gotta always have a chaser.
Mm-hmm.
For a drink, if I'm going whiskey, I'll put Yukon Jack with some ice and lime juice.
Okay.
And then you like to feel the burn.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little bit of bitter taste to it, and that makes it bitter. So I will drink that.
Mitch is lost. Mitch is really lost.
Mitch is like,
No. I saw something on Twitter. I was just like reading it. I know you guys were talking about that. Like I said, I don't drink.
We're talking about alcohol.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I literally don't. So I'm like, cool.
All right, let's get back to the subject matter. We really off base.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
See, this is what I love about this show. You guys rambling.
All right. I wanted to talk about some of the systems that we grew up playing. You know, we touched on it. Halftime said Atari. Nick said Nintendo. I know pretty much Xbox and PlayStation. But you know one that I don't hear people talk about, and it was always good?
What?
Sega.
Yeah.
I don't hear people talk about it because you had Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, that was the one right there. And you had to have Sega to get it. But everyone just, it's just always either Atari, then it's Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. And I said, wait a minute, damn it. I know everybody had Sega. We all had Sega. It was Sega and Nintendo. And
where was the Sega game? And I forget it. That was the card game that was like I think it was in California or something. You're driving and you're always driving on the beach and like you're driving on the road, but if you hit, you got the water right next to you and all.
I can't remember.
It was a very popular one from Sega. It was the only one Sega had. I forget the game, but that was actually in the mall and shit, where you got, you go hang out in Atari, playing all that but I forget the game. What was the game, Coach?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name, man. I can't remember the name. I'm
a shit out of luck.
You never play Sega, play games on Sega, Mitch?
No. Maybe once because my friend had it, but nothing.
I forget.
Fun.
Yeah, because when Sega was out,
Sega even had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like Duck Hunt, like a Duck Hunt, like Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
They also had that.
Yeah, I was a Sonic guy. I really wasn't PlayStation. It was Sonic.
Sonic was fun.
And then after Sonic, it was I wasn't Nintendo. I was Sonic and then PlayStation. I admit it. I did PlayStation because there it is. Thank you, Coach. Cruising USA. That's right. That's the one.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. I knew somebody would know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So, yeah, but and the only reason why I went to PlayStation because when Madden first came out, that's the thing. You had to have PlayStation to play Madden. So, and unfortunately, those fools got me away. Well, thankfully, they got me away because they used to take all their money playing Madden. Like no one could beat me in tournaments. I think I lost one game in all the tournaments I played and all the money I won because I play football. You cannot play Madden with me. I don't care if you play 5-minute quarters or 15-minute quarters. You don't want to play me in Madden because I'm using football logic and I'm playing football. They want to throw the ball all over the place, and I'm simply, I'm running off tackle, I'm running power, running outside zones. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know who will give you a run for your money then?
Back
AK.
then.
No, I'm just saying AK now, he's one of the best in Ultimate Team in the world. He's like
I don't play it now. I haven't played since 2007.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying he's like a diehard Madden guy. AK
I haven't
is.
played Madden in so long. I try to play Madden again. I'm like, dude, I haven't played Madden so long. What the hell?
I know, right?
It's different.
No, I get it. It's different now, and but it also in this to what to our discussion, it also impacts certain fandoms now because too
Yeah,
many people think Madden is the way the game of football is actually played. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. There's certain strategies, and sometimes you have to really study. That's the other thing that I used to do when I played Madden. I literally studied the game itself. I knew all their tendencies in certain the computer. Like if you're playing against the computer always has a certain tendency. If they're in certain situations, if they're in the left hash, right hash, if they come out in this formation, you almost yeah, and they always had 3 plays. I get it for
Yeah.
each sector, but you could almost pick what they were going to do and how to defend it or how to attack their defense. So, but yeah, today's the games today in terms of realism, yeah, it's there, but sometimes it distorts reality with certain people. So, what does it say, Coach? You gotta tap into one of the streams to see how dominant Junior. Oh, I've watched them play, Nick. I've laughed. I've seen it. I laugh at halftime. But I appreciate the fact that it's a dad and a son playing together. That's what's most important for me.
My son just makes fun of me because he can kick my ass.
Yeah, exactly. But now flip the script and find a game that you can dominate him on. Watch how easily the son will be crying.
Yep, and that's what happens. He will get mad.
But a
He
good
get
dad is
mad,
not
boy.
trying to. A good dad is not trying to destroy his son's psyche, and that's
Right.
why I have great respect for halftime. Look, if he really
I
wanted to, he
let
probably.
him kick my ass. If I win, I win, and then I do my little gloating so he knows old guy still has it.
Hey,
You
Mitch,
know.
have you played your dad in any of your video games?
when I was younger, like when I was like really young on a PlayStation 1, he would play, but
Mhm.
since then, no. That's
Is
where
it,
we bond in sports. We go out to eat whenever he's off work. We go out to eat, just hang out and stuff. He's not into video games, so
okay? Okay.
At least
yeah.
you go do something with your dad.
Yeah, halftime would call me.
When you're a dad, you have to take out your time and try to do stuff for your kids.
Yeah,
My daughter,
like
she just likes to be tickled. She's really easy to deal with.
yeah, like halftime would call me, and I'm like, "Yo, I'll talk to you later. I'm out to lunch with my dad or whatever." So
Yeah.
he would call me whenever I'm out to eat. Him and AJ would call me when I'm out to eat with my dad. And halftime, you're gonna laugh.
By the way, to let you all know, that
Yeah.
this cat eats more than anybody I ever met. He has a
What?
tapeworm.
Oh my God, here we go again. But you're gonna like this halftime. When I was out to eat with my dad, right? AK called me. So I was I was taking my call with AK, and then I go back to the table. He was like, "Oh, is that the guy who cleans pools?" I'm like, "No, he's off today." He's like, "Wait, he's actually off today?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's actually off today." He's like, "Wow."
Okay.
Yeah, because halftime met my dad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
His dad's cool.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what. Sorry about that. All right. So, last one I wanted to ask you guys: what's your favorite system that you ever played in your whole lifetime? Halftime. I'll start with you. And yes, you can also include a computer if you want to go that far, or your phones. Because I know nowadays those are inclusive.
Yeah,
But,
PC, yep.
And if you want at halftime, if you want to go old school an arcade system, you can do that too.
It's between. I just love Atari. I love Atari, and I love the.
Yes, Atari.
I love the Atari, and I love the Nintendo. After that, everything yes, the graphics got way, way out of hand with the graphics now, but I like old.
What about you? What about you, Mitch?
So if I had to pick,
Genesis.
I got a couple. Probably PS5 because I have that right now. The PS2, and then I would go for this Xbox 360 I had. it would look like R2D2. So I shit you not. It was like the whole thing. You would turn it up, and then the controller was gold. So then when you turn on the Xbox, it sounded like R2D2. And I was like,
that's
that was
cool.
my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
That's cool.
And then
That's cool.
we
I
gave
didn't
it-
have nothing like that.
Yeah, and then we were trying to sell it back to GameStop. They wouldn't take it. But the person who worked there bought it. She wanted it for herself, so she took it. I think we sold it for like what, 200, 300 or something. So it was just like, yep, take it. I
Me,
kind of miss it though. I miss it.
I'm not gonna lie. It's my Sega Genesis. That was always my
I
favorite.
figured.
And then the first PlayStation only because of Madden. But if you didn't have Madden, I would have stayed with Sega. And then I'm old school. Yeah, it would have been the arcade. It would have been the arcade. And to be honest with you, with all the games, it was always the motorcycle one because when you're riding, it tilts. It tilts and you're going back and forth and back and forth. And then
you
also
pull up the wheel, you pull it up on it, you're doing a wheelie.
that, or you can actually feel the bike would actually shake when you crash. Those, I love those. Those I loved. I definitely love those. So, but that's some great stuff, guys. Great stuff. So, we're gonna go ahead and move on, and we're gonna talk about some hot takes in the NBA. So, all you Sixers fans, come on. There you go. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, because I found the article that I want to talk about, and it's called "The 10 Most Overpaid NBA Players in 2024 Free Agency." Let me share it with you guys.
Oh, let me guess. Tobias Harris.
He's not number one.
Oh, thank God. Is he number 2?
No.
Is he number 2? He made around 300 mil in his career.
Do y'all have the screen? Y'all have it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
All right. So, damn it.
Of course.
I didn't think it was because I wanted to read it to, talking about George, Tyrese Maxey, Embiid, Siakam. So, but of course, the first one who's overpaid, remember, it's the most overpaid in free agency. So, Paul George, they say number 1. Do you guys agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he deserves to be number 1?
I think he's
depends on who's number 2
for
me.
He's overpaid. I don't know if he's number 1, but I do think he's overpaid.
Okay. Well, how about we do this? I'm gonna just go down the list. You got Paul George,
go down the list
1.
and I'll tell you.
Paul George, number 1. Patrick Williams, number 2, 90 million over 5 years.
I can see that.
Number 3, Jonathan Isaac, 5 years, $84 million with Orlando. Hartenstein with the Thunder, 3 years at $87 million. Remember, he's scored 8 points a game, man. That's his average. So quickly, 5 years, $175 million.
8 points a game?
Yeah, I think his career is he averaged 7.8. Yeah, 8 points a game. 8.3 rebounds, 1.1 blocks. That's his season numbers last year, and he got 3 years, $87 million.
Holy shit.
Quickly, signed a 5-year. He averaged 17 points, 3.8 mil, 4.9 rebounds. Anunoby at number 6 at 5 years, was it 212 and a half?
Yeah.
Tobias Harris, there's your boy, Mitch.
2 years, $52 million.
52 mil. James Harden, 2 years, $70 million.
Okay.
Siakam, 5 years, 189.5.
That's debatable.
And KCP, 3 years, 66 mil with Orlando.
I can see that because they were banking on Klay Thompson.
So it goes back to, is Paul George deserving of being number 1 based on this list?
It's just halftime. How about you go first?
Mm-hmm.
I just think Paul George got paid too much. But I mean, you can say Tobias Harris, how the hell the freaking he gets 2 years, $50 million, but it always goes up. So
The market
who's
goes
willing
up.
to pay? Whoever is willing to pay the money. I don't know how they do it, but
I have to be honest. This is my number one only because, and it's not because he was a former Knick, but because of the money. The Thunder had to overpay to get him to leave New York. And that's why I say this, because if you look at his numbers, he's a backup. He has backup numbers. You know, if Mitchell Robinson did not get hurt, he would not have the opportunity to capitalize with it like this financially. He would have been coming off the bench. Yeah.
How does he make any $87 million?
Because the Thunder knew he wanted to stay in New York. And New York, we could only offer him 16.5 per mil. It was 4 years, 72 million total that we can offer because of his early bird rights. The Thunder knew that. So they wanted to make it hard for the Knicks can't match it. There's no way. That's why he's getting $29 million a year. And I can't argue with that. I really can't. You know, I understand why they did it, but to me, he's my number one overpaid. I don't agree with Quickly. I don't know why he's on this list at all. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at his numbers. You know, I know it's a big payday.
He got a 5-year deal.
It's 5 years. I mean, Mitch, what's your thoughts, man, in terms of Quickly? Do you think he deserves to be on this list?
Quickly, it's based on his potential for him. Like, how is he going to be in Toronto? They're banking on him and other players like Scotty Barnes. They're preparing for the future with that franchise. So I can understand why they gave him that. I'm not going to call that an overpay. I don't think I would have gave him 5 years, though. Maybe I would have given him 3 or 4. It's just like they're just banking. They're in a rebuild, so they had to lock these guys up. So I'm not going to call this one an overpay. For the Sixers one, I have to say yes. It's just because. Okay, this one is number one for me. That one is number one for me. That one is number one.
Is it honestly because he's getting paid $26 million a year, or is it just you just don't like his play?
Both.
See, for me, he's number one. Yeah, because I can't do Tobias Harris over Hartenstein. I just can't. He's getting $26 million. Hartenstein is getting $29. And no matter what you say, he averaged 17.2 points a game, and Hartenstein is 8 points, bro.
8 points.
8 points, and you're getting $29 million. You're telling me he's number one as being overpaid over Hartenstein?
Here's the thing with Tobias, right? He's going to end his career here where it started. He's going to end it here. They're trying to bank on him to be a locker room guy. They're trying to bank on him and have him surround Kate Cunningham. They should have gave him a 1-year deal. Maybe one in like 20. I would not have given him 2 years, 26, because with Tobias, you don't know what you're going to get. I was talking to this very big Pistons content creator named Crispy Flakes or whatever. And I was like, dude, this guy is not consistent at all. Like,
True.
And then he goes, Mitch, for him, he didn't meet your expectations. What do we have as Pistons? What are the expectations for us? Well, you're banking on him and be your third or fourth option right now. So it's basically the same scenario. It's the same scenario. So,
but Mitch, here's the thing. Again, he's averaging 17.2 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists. You're giving him $26 million a year. Okay? Compare him to Hartenstein. He's getting $29 a year. He's giving you 8 points a game, 8 rebounds. Come on. And you're giving him $3 million a year more than what you're giving. Now, if you want to say the age, okay, 26, that could be a factor, but still to 29. Now, mind you, this is also the market. This is the NBA. It's flush with money. It's flush with money. So, you know, to me, that's I get it. I understand. I can close this out now. I do understand, you know, you have to pay to play, but there's certain ones I'm just like, bro, When I sat there and I looked at that top 10, I was just like, Hartenstein, if the Knicks could have paid him 29 to keep him, I would have said pay him 29 to keep him. Yes, I'm not saying you don't pay him, if you could do it. But what I'm saying is, in comparison to the talent and what your production, Tobias Harris is more productive. He's not consistent, but he's more productive than Hartenstein for the money that what he's getting. So, but neither one of them, though, honestly, neither one of them deserves that kind of money. Let's just say that. But I'm saying, if I'm going to look at it, go ahead.
Hartenstein does deserve to get the bag after what he did for you guys. I don't think it would have been that much, though, but he was banking on himself. He's investing in himself.
Yes.
He proves him and Chet Holmgren, that front court, that is good. And then he's mentoring Holmgren.
But Hartenstein, now remember when we played against you guys, Embiid, when he was on point, he was brutalizing Hartenstein. He was dominating him. So there's this, and I love Hartenstein. He's good with Mitchell Robinson. Those two together are good, yes.
Yes.
But for what you're trying to get with him with Chet Holmgren, I'm telling you, you get let them go up against Minnesota. They're going to get eaten alive because they're not going to be able to handle the physicality along with the athleticism that Cap brings to the table. And that's what I'm looking at. And I'm looking Hartenstein versus Joker. Joker will eat him. He will pay him.
It's not good on the defensive side, but he brings his game more to the rebounding side on the offensive side.
No, rebounding and his IQ, his basketball IQ is elite. Yes, I do. That's what I'm saying. I get it. I understand why OKC signed him, but to me, he's the most overpaid based on the contracts this year. I'm not hating. I'm not. I love the fact that he got his money. Yo, bro, get your money the best way you can. Yeah, I'm not hating on that, but I'm also looking at the value, bro. I would say
I understand.
Tobias Harris is overpaid, but not at number one.
No,
you just hate Tobias Harris. Let's keep it real.
Hate on Tobias
I said that. I said that. I don't like the guy.
I do get where you're coming from. So,
but Mitch told me Tobias Harris made $250 million.
More. I'm like, 300 in his career. 300 million in his career.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Hartenstein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's better on the defensive side? Chet can shot block. He's a great shot blocker. But Holmgren has a better chance of stopping these bigger guys than Holmgren down low. I got to go like that. Holmgren's a better shot blocker.
True. One-on-one because he's stronger, yes. But Holmgren has that length that, it's still difficult to shoot over him. It still is. Now, if you want to bully him down under the basket, yeah, you're right. It's easy to do that. And then Holmgren, now the thing that's going to help Holmgren defensively, especially with Hartenstein, he's going to be a great help defender. So he's going to be able to come help out, especially when Hartenstein is taking the initial blow and the initial hit, the initial contact. So, but yeah, I get you. It's good. And that which is why he's so excited about bringing.
What's up, Joseph?
I haven't seen Joseph in a while. How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a minute.
So but I just saw that article and I just wanted to touch on that for the most part. But who do you think is on paper? On paper, we know it has to go to actual practice and games. But who do you think is the winner, and who do you think the winner, and who do you think is the loser? Or if you want to do winners and losers, that's fine.
Based off free agency?
Yeah, just right now, the way free agency has gone.
Like I said before, Thunder's up there just for getting Alex Caruso to add for that defensive side, and you got Hartenstein who can work on the inside. So I have to go with that. I had to go with the Sixers as well. Even though I don't like the Eric Gordon signing, I'm just saying, just getting Caleb Martin, that killed Miami. That was a huge pickup. And now there's talk about us getting Dorian Finney-Smith. Like, we're in talks of training for him. So if we get him on top of this, look out. And then The Utah Jazz. No one is talking about Utah right now because of how they drafted. I'm going based on how they drafted right now. You got Isaiah Collier, Cody Williams, and Kyle Filipowski, who I'm a big fan of. Yes, he's from Duke. Let that out of the way. Yes, he's from Duke, but that guy's game, he can stretch the floor. He's like a younger version of Chet Holmgren to an extent. So I like what Utah did. Losers, Lakers, 1,000%. That's number one. I mean, what else have they done? They just picked up somebody. It's not a needle mover. It's nothing. I forget the guy's name. That's how bad this guy is. So it's the Lakers, number one. Lost.
Connect or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Don't connect. I like him. I like his game. I really do. And then Bronny, don't even get me started. They're actually about to play their summer league game right now against the Kings.
He's not playing. He's not playing.
What do you mean he's not?
Bronny's not playing.
Did they announce he's not playing, or are you?
Yeah.
Why?
He's not playing.
What?
He said he's not playing.
Okay, is it that he's just not playing this one because he's going to play in the big one in Vegas? It might be that because remember, there's three of them in the game. So remember, there's Sacramento, there's the Sacramento, there's the Utah, and then there's the Vegas Summer League. So I can understand maybe he might not be playing in one game, not the whole tournament.
Yeah,
they didn't announce anything halftime. Okay, I don't know.
Yes, they did.
All right. So, what about you, halftime? Who do you think are your winners and losers, or winner and losers? Loser.
I do like what the Sixers done because they are putting pieces around Embiid. I think they still need to make another big move, a big trade.
I agree with that.
I still like what the Knicks have done. The Knicks are. I don't know how you guys are still doing it, but you guys are still making your moves. And I'd agree with Mitch about the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are just so bad. I mean, you got LeBron James, and LeBron James is running the show. He went and got the coach he wants. Once again, he's spoiled. He went and now he wants his son, and they went and took a second-round pick for him, and now they're trying to. But they said nobody's allowed to go get Bronny James because.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
I think that
come on, coach. I hear it again. Come on, coach.
All right. My
go
winners,
for it, coach.
My winners.
Yeah.
To be brutally honest, and I know I'm going to get flack for it, and I don't give two shits. I do like what the Brooklyn Nets did because they're resetting the market. They're resetting their program and doing it the right way, which is smart. That's smart. Say what you want.
Say that.
Say what you want. You know, Knicks fans are. You want to hate on the Nets, and I get it. And Nets fans want to hate on the Knicks. But I'm being objective, and I'm looking at the game of basketball and what you're doing in terms of building your organization. I do appreciate. Are they going to play some? Are they going? Is it the possibility that they're going to be bad? For the next couple of year or two. Yeah, there is that possibility. But if they're building it the right way, my man NYG talks about it all the time. They're building around Cam Thomas. They're trying to see what they have in him. To really see, you're bringing back Nick Claxton, you're getting draft picks. You're getting draft picks. They're positioned well for next year in a very good draft. They're definitely positioned very well.
They're positioned well to get Cooper Flag,
Ace, whoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yes. But the bottom line is they're building the right way for a change. In spite of everything that they've been through in the past. Philadelphia, you guys, when you just got Caleb Martin, I'm like, damn, you can say what you want about Eric Gordon, Drummond, that helps out Embiid, that really does. You can load manage. Oubre knows the system. He's a good defender. He's not a consistent scorer, but he can get hot at the right moments. Come on, Embiid and Maxey. What more can you say? Maxey is developing and growing, and Embiid, when he's healthy and on his game, he's the best big in the. You can debate it with Jokic, but to me, he's the best big in the game. He is, because he can do it at 3 levels on the offensive end, but he can also do it on the defensive end. Whether he's a point of attack as a defender or as a help defender. And just because he's big doesn't mean he can't guard a quick one, because his recovery is there. So, yes, you guys have done well. I do like what Orlando has done, especially getting KCP.
Yep.
I mean, I keep saying it. They're the sneaky ones. They are sneaky, and everyone can sleep on them all they want. And next thing you know, they could be sneaking up into that second level in the East. Boston, hey, they're the champs, and they're bringing everyone back.
Yep.
I mean, hello, out west. I'm intrigued. Let me say this. It's more intrigued, but I do think Memphis can be a winner. Now, it has to be put together on paper, and Ja Morant has to come back and play like Ja Morant. If you're getting the elite Ja Morant, I don't care what no one says. Memphis is a team that can be reckoned with out there. OKC, come on. I have to be honest, man. You said it best, Mitch, with all the pickups they get, especially with those young players that they have, and they're still set for the future. So now, in terms of losers, you talked about the Lakers, and I understand, but to me, one of the biggest losers, honestly, is the Clippers.
Yeah.
You lost Paul George, man, and you lost him for nothing. And you can say what you want.
The trade back in the day last year when the Sixers offered him.
Exactly.
Yep. And here's another.
I'm sorry. I forgot one other way was Dallas with bringing in Klay Thompson, not because of what he can, but he can also be a great mentor, especially for a player like Quentin Grimes. But go ahead, Mitch. Yeah. I mean, I have another loser after that. But go ahead.
I got another loser. I'm just thinking of all these losing teams right now. Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the fact of losing Caleb Martin.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, Chicago. What on earth is Chicago doing here? No one knows what they're doing here. They're trying to trade Zach LaVine. That's not working. Sign and trade DeMar DeRozan. Looks like he's going to Sacramento right now. There's another winner in Sacramento. Sacramento's another winner. Keep an eye on them. But I'm just saying, man, what is going on with Chicago?
Mitch, what's going on with Chicago is they're trying to do what the Nets did. They're just trying to reset their franchise. It's just that they don't have the takers for their assets. That's what it boils down to. They don't have the takers. If they could strip it all the way down, because let's be real, that's what they're trying to do to get in position for next year. So that's why Chicago to me isn't. Now, Milwaukee, it's to be determined for me.
Yeah.
Because they haven't done anything, and it's like, now, if you trade or get rid, yes, you say you want a first rounder for Brook Lopez. So that's what's confusing to me. Why? He fits what you guys are doing. Yes, he's older. If you're just trying to get assets with Dame and Giannis, then what are you trying to do? And are you telling me who's going to be your consistent starting big man? I'm waiting to see with them, but if Chris Middleton comes in and he plays like his old self, then I'm going to eat my words, because then them holding off and waiting to see was perfectly smart then. But right now, you don't know, especially when you look in the East at what Boston is the champs, what Philly and New York are doing, even Orlando. You see teams making certain moves. So, go ahead, Mitch.
I got a couple more. Halftime's favorite, Cleveland. They kept Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They kept Donovan Mitchell. You can also go with, I got all the teams right here. I'm trying to think. Toronto, just for the direction of their rebuild. I like what they have done. Who is this team? Oh, Golden State. I think what do you think about them? Yes, they lost Klay Thompson, but honestly, they got Buddy freaking Hield.
Yeah, but which Buddy Hield are you going? Which Hield are you going to get? That's the whole thing, because he hasn't been. Because now, if you get the one that he was when they finally put him in the playoffs, then you're right. But how many
Yeah.
times have you complained about him during the season that, you know, he's not doing enough, and what is he doing? Why is he? And plus, he was been sitting on the bench a lot of times, coaches' decisions. So I get where you're going, but you know, we talk about consistency. You do. He's not
I do.
consistent.
I'm a big on consistency, but here's the thing: not Clay, yeah,
He'll
Buddy and Curry, they both have over 1,000 threes in the last 5 years. So once everyone's focusing on Curry, you got Buddy Hield wide open, and you got Kuminga you got to worry about. You don't have to worry about Draymond Green. Let's just keep that a buck. You don't have to worry about Draymond Green anymore. You got to worry about Wiggins. So, but the big pieces are Curry and Kuminga. And then you have Buddy Hield open. He'll be a good third option.
That's if he's consistent. If he's not consistent, it's, you know, but yeah, I get where you're going.
Agree.
I get where you're going. So,
when do you think Orlando would be making some moves?
They have made a couple of moves, but they don't need to because they
a couple.
You're resigning your key players in Wagner, both Wagner. Oh no, you resigned one Wagner and you gave the other one an extension. You know, you brought in KCP. You took that away from Denver. Oh, that's another loser, Denver, because you're losing key players from your championship team. So, but you know, you're adding that to a young team. So, and you're building around Banchero, which is the smart thing to do. I mean, Banchero, Mitch will tell you, I've been praising him all year. That kid is good, man, and he's just going to continue to grow and be one of the leaders of the league. You know, when the time makes itself appropriate to him. So Orlando has been doing stuff halftime. They really have. It's just that it's quiet. It's not the big flashy stuff. And sometimes you don't need the big flashy stuff to build a championship program. So, and you know, they concern me. They really do concern me. You know, people always talked about guards, but they have guards and wings. And what has Boston showed you? That's the way to win. That's what Boston showed you. That's the way to win. What is New York and Philadelphia doing? Getting wing protection and getting depth. And that's the way to win. And Orlando is there. They just have to put it together. And they're also a very good defensive team. They really are. Yeah. So, you know, to me, I want to see them continue to play because I do like seeing them play, just not against my Knicks because they give us problems. So,
what about Indiana? I know they brought back Siakam. Yeah. That's all they basically did.
No, you brought in whatchamacallit, what's his name from Detroit, the center.
Oh God, I forget his name.
Yeah, he was the number 2 overall with
James Wiseman. Yeah. We always go through this. We keep on forgetting his name, and then I'm like, oh, Wiseman.
I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they really had, other than bringing back key players, they gave the Knicks, who were decimated, they went 7 games with the Knicks. So if the Knicks and Philly are at full strength, I wonder, but I don't think they can even handle Orlando. I really don't.
Right now, I'll get Orlando over Indiana.
Yes.
Right now. So
and Cleveland, depending on what they do and how they adapt to the new coaching staff, I'm still taking Cleveland over Indiana.
It just depends. It depends on Jared Allen if he stays. If Jared Allen and Mobley are good, and you got Donovan, the question is, what are they going to do with Garland? What are they going to do with Darius Garland? Is he out of here, or you staying? I think he's out of here because you just gave Donovan Mitchell an extension.
Okay, that's fair. But I still would take them over Indiana right now. I just.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So and that's the thing. Indiana, to me, to be a team that made the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, if you're saying that you're good with what you have and you got one game and you were lucky to get that one game, I'm sorry. You know.
Miami, I would put Miami over Indiana right now. Caleb Martin is a big miss. It's a big miss, but you still got Jimmy Butler. You extended Bam Adebayo. You still got Tyler Hero.
I'm gonna say this, but the one thing that I learned about Indiana, their key reserves, they can play. They do have some depth there. Miami doesn't though, and losing Martin, I think, is a lot bigger than people are going to give them credit for. Now, Jimmy buckets, yes, but he's still older. He's coming off of his injuries, So yes, how is he going to do? And I'm going to be brutally honest. Is he going to want to stay there? Is he going to be worried about competing for a championship? Because he wants a championship. So is he going to ask out and want to go to a team that's in the championship contention? So
Yeah.
it's a wait and see. But yeah, if they're playing to their potential, then I'm with you. They can definitely step over Indiana.
And they got that Indiana rookie who I'm very, very high on, the center, Khalil Ware, who I'm very, very high on. So
Fair.
that's a great backup to Bam Adebayo.
That's fair. So, but Indiana, I mean, and don't get me wrong, Halliburton, Siakam, they're good. Miles Turner, they definitely have players. They showed, but when they beat up on them, or when they competed with the Knicks, they didn't beat up and won in 7 games. The Knicks were decimated. That's the whole thing. You go full strength with Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein, Julius Randle, OG. You put Josh Hart to the bench, with Devo at that time, with everything that they had. I don't think it goes 7 games. If you want to say it can go 6, maybe, but I would say, Knicks would have won that in 5 games, if they're at full strength. So, and spare me with, Indiana was missing whatever the kid's name is. You're talking about one player, where the Knicks were missing literally, and Brunson went down in game 7. So come on.
You guys didn't mention the Suns.
I was just about to say Phoenix. There you go.
As a what? A winner or a loser?
I'm going at them as a loser.
Yeah.
Don't you
They're
think they're a
loser right
loser?
now.
I mean, everybody's naming all these guys saying they're losers.
Yeah, Phoenix hasn't done anything.
Does the Phoenix Suns are a big loser?
They just got one player, and that was Monte Morris, who I wanted Sixers to grab, actually. Like, that's all they got.
The Suns, they are not a winner, but they're not totally in a loser mode as of yet. To me, it's in the end, it's how does going into year 2, how does Bradley Beal fit into the equation, and is he going to stay healthy? Now, those 3 are healthy, and what are you going to put around them? To be honest, but if those 3 are healthy and they're playing at their top best, they're still a tough team. They're still a good team. Are they a championship team? I don't know. Because
they also brought Royce O'Neal back, so that's 2. And Bobo, so they brought him back as well.
Bobo,
Manu Bol's son.
I know. I'm being sarcastic, so I mean, he's a 3-point shooter. He doesn't scare me as a defender.
Yeah. How about the Pelicans? They got DeJounte Murray there.
Zion.
I think that was a good move.
It's a good move.
And they still want to trade Brandon Ingram. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's my thing. Now, let's be real. Everything that we're talking about, yeah, you're right. We don't even know their salary cap situation. That's another factor. Sometimes we all forget, myself included. Sometimes, as a Knicks fan, I learned, there's moves you have to do because of this first cap, second cap situation. It's like, damn, you got to really think about the money, because it can hold you, it can hinder what you can do as an organization. So, I don't know what they're doing, and that's why with the Suns, I want to go back and look. I think they're at the second cap right now, or are they at that final cap?
I think they're at the second. I think that's my guess.
Yeah, so that hinders what they can do. Like with the Knicks, what they just did with their trade, where Knicks fans say that they robbed us or whatever. And I forgot who I was talking to. First of all, y'all were talking about y'all wanted Deuce McBride now. You wanted Deuce McBride. Well, you didn't get him. You got Shake Milton. Okay. Not talking down about Shake Milton, but you wanted Deuce McBride. You got Shake Milton. And what you did with this trade, you allowed us to get to the second cap, which opens up $15 million for the Knicks. It opened up $15 million. You can sit here and talk about, you got all these draft picks. If the Knicks are winning, and I'm not saying first round draft picks aren't important no matter where they are, but if the Knicks are winning, if they're in the 20s on down, okay. Hey. That's what you want, then that's what you want. Now, is it beneficial for both teams? Yes. But, to those who say that they robbed the Knicks and whatever. It's just fandom. I get, yes, there are Nets fans who go around saying that they robbed us and all this and that. Look, and they're baking on 29 and 31 because they expect the Knicks to be bad. So then those picks will go up in the draft lottery. Okay. Right now the Knicks are competing for.
Going to be bad this year. So,
well, I'm talking about the long run. I'm not even talking about just this year. This is the thing with the Nets fans. It's and you got one pick swap. You're talking about all these first rounders. They gave you Milwaukee's. They gave you others that are contingent and they're lottery protected. And then if they don't transfer after a couple of years, they become second round draft picks. So did you really get a first round draft pick? Milwaukee's, I think, will transfer in, because I think it's top 10 protected? I think they'll make the
halftime. Bronny James is playing. What are you talking about?
I don't think they're going to play. I don't think he's going to play.
He's in a starting lineup.
Okay.
He's in a starting lineup. I'm looking at it right now.
He won't play.
Now you got
keep him on the bench.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put that game on for me.
Yeah, now you got me intrigued. Now I just want to see. I want to see myself now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the game on my computer right now.
Watch LeBron James drinking is gonna be awesome.
Let me get that out of the way.
What channel is it on?
I think it's on ESPN. But if the Knicks were healthy, they would have. This is what Nick is saying right here. The Celtics would have won the chip. Halftime agreed with me on that.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to stay healthy. That's the problem.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to come on at 4:30.
Everybody.
Yeah,
but yeah, everyone's even with you guys. Paul George and Embiid have to stay healthy for you guys to be a championship. Yes,
it doesn't matter. You can say any team,
but that's Celtics. Sports. I mean,
Celtics have to stay healthy if they're going to win a chip.
Hell, they're already going to be starting the season without Porzingis. So how does that impact them? I don't think it will impact them greatly, but it's a possibility. So, the Arena Football League is on.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a football junkie. I know, and
No. I'm basketball. I'm like you for basketball.
But I also coach at this level, so it's like most people.
You gotta like a special meaning towards it. It makes sense.
But getting back to the basketball subject, so who do you think are early front runners for a championship overall? I mean, completely.
Boston.
Okay. No one else? Is Boston and then everyone else?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with Boston right now. You could put Minnesota in that category, but I feel like they got to do a little something else. You got Minnesota there. Denver, because they got Jokic. I know they're missing pieces. But the Knicks, they're on a different tier. Like, I got to make a tier list. Like, this is what I'm going to do for a video or a live stream one day. I got to make a tier list. Like, number 1, 2, this is what I got to do. So, thank you, Nick. I gave myself homework. So, thank you for that. I think they're on a tier lower than Boston. So, if you want to go by tiers, Boston is up there than is everyone else.
Okay.
It's got to be the Knicks. You got to put the Knicks up there, too.
They're in a tier lower. I'm sorry. They're a tier lower.
Remember, the key word is who are the front runners for the championship and overall NBA championship. So
I got the Knicks.
You think the Knicks can beat Boston then, basically, what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
If they can stay healthy, I think the Knicks should have beat Boston.
I'm getting – honestly, I just got to go on this little rant. I'm sorry. I'm getting sick and tired when people are saying they got to stay healthy. They got to stay healthy. I hate saying that. I'm like, that's part of the game. I know. But I just feel like with basketball, more people say it time and time again. It's getting annoying.
You say it all the time.
I hate saying it. I hate it.
You say it all the time. Embiid does stay healthy when somebody else says
because I'm being real. Doesn't mean I like saying it.
Well, okay,
Bomb
Mitch,
me in the
what you're
middle.
saying is true. Yes, it's a part of the game. Injuries. We say it in all sports, man. We do. We
Yeah.
really do. With football, you say it in football. Everyone says it in football.
Everybody
So,
says it in every sport.
I get it. I understand. But you know what? Let's just say, for argument's sake, everyone goes through the season healthy. So let's not even put injuries into the equation. Let's say on paper,
On
based
paper,
on what everything is, you say the Celtics.
I'm going Boston.
Halftimes, yeah, you go
Uh,
Celtics. Halftime goes the
I'm
Knicks.
going the Knicks.
All right, I'm with Mitch. It's Boston right now, and then everyone else. Now, if I do it, break it down in, like you said, in tiers. In the East, it's Philly, and then on the second tier, it's Phil. I'm sorry, it's Boston,
Boston.
and
Yeah.
then in the second tier, it's Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and New York. And then
That's
right
me.
after that,
That's me.
is if you want to say Cleveland or in Orlando. If you want to throw Indiana in there, all right, I'm cool with that. And then after that, it's Miami,
I will put Miami there too. Yeah.
and now out west, it's a little bit different. So I have to stay with Dallas right now. I have to, because that Clay Thompson and bringing in Quentin Grimes, I think it helps them because now they also spread the offense. They really do. So that allows Kyrie or that allows Luka to attack the paint. And if you collapse, you kick open 3-point shooters, just like you were talking about whatchamacallit going to Golden State with Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield. Yep.
It's the same thing with Clay. Clay now doesn't have to, do much. He could just play off, get him the open shot, and he could get you. And if he gets you 5 threes in a game, that's 15 points just there alone. So, and then if Quentin Grimes develops into a good three and D player, it helps them. So, I have to go Dallas, Minnesota, OKC, and my sneaky one underneath them is going to be Memphis. I have to see what happens with John Morant. And don't forget, they have Zach Edey. People,
Yes.
that pick and roll right there. Edey is a good offensive player. He has to develop in the NBA. I get it. And his defense, you want to question. But I will say this. He's 7'4", 300. If you're coming down the lane, that's going to change your shot. That's going to change your shot. Now, if you're talking about, you're going to bring him out on the wings, I'll take my chances with a big stretch guy and the percentages on him hitting consistently from 3, where I'm taking Zach Edey, put him on the low box, and he's just going to take you down low. You foul him. Now he's fouling your five player, which I'm talking about, just like Hartenstein, and I'm talking about what's his name? What's his partner now? With OKC, Holmgren.
Yeah.
The only ones I will say who have a good chance of defending him is Minnesota because they have the 2 twin towers there. So
Yeah.
But pick and roll
What about
with John
the
Morant.
Spurs? What about the Spurs? No.
I need to see. They're still young. Picking up CP3 is fine, but that's going to
No, I'm not saying tiers. I'm not saying that at all. For the Spurs, I got middle of the pack. I'm talking about is defending Wembanyama, defending Zach Edey. That's what I'm talking about here. And I think Wemby can defend him pretty well.
I don't. I'm sorry, Mitch. The young Wemby is too damn light in the ass. He's too damn. He's 7'3". Okay. He's 7'3", and 7'4", 300.
Yeah,
think about that.
But I'm just saying that shot blocking ability, you can't.
But what I'm saying is, no, the shot blocking, yes. But what I'm saying is, Edey can take him to the rim and just dunk on his head. He's the same size, so now he's 300 pounds. That's like guarding Shaq back in the day. What did Shaq used to do? He just take you down, bump you down, bully you down, and just dunk on you. And that's what I'm saying with Edey, against Wembanyama. Against Wembanyama, that's what we're only talking about. Yeah, now, Wembanyama can take him off the dribble and do things athletically that will kill Edey. So then that's the trade-off right there. So I'll give you that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Zach Edey, he is big. I'm just worried about his lateral quickness.
Yes,
that's what I'm worried about.
He has enough lateral quickness, but it's not to stay with Wembanyama. No, Wembanyama can take him off the dribble, but that's why I said on the other side is Wembanyama is going to have to guard him defensively, And then and now I'm talking about the pick and roll, because remember, with the pick and roll, is he going to drop off of Ja? Ja can take him to the rim and dunk on him too. So, and that's why it's like, that combination. And then you have all the other players with Memphis. I like what they're doing. It's a wait and see, though. It's a wait and see.
It is a wait and see. I love what Memphis is going to do. Yeah, it is the best place for Zach Edey, but I have a hot take. Ready? Who did I just have high praise on, Coach, when he's on Miami? Who's that backup center that they just drafted?
Backup center from Indiana. I forgot his name.
Khalil Ware. I have such high praise on Khalil Ware. He's going to be up there with Zach Edey. He's going to be up there a little bit. I can just see it. And
he's familiar. They both played in the Big Ten, so there's that level of familiarity. So I get you. And I'm not making Zach Edey to be the Rookie of the Year. Please don't.
No, you're not.
What I'm saying. What I'm saying is his size will cause problems for a lot of teams in the league. So
I agree. I agree with that.
You're playing him with Ja Morant, who would pick and roll. You still have JJ. So it's like, they.
And then you got Bane. You got Desmond Bane there.
Exactly. So, I think they fit perfectly together. So, and we're talking about the tiers out west. So, and see, I haven't even talked about Denver. And Denver is like, they're right there in that second to third tier for me. I just want to see,
right there.
Right now it's just pretty much their starting four. What do you have after that? What really? I mean, I don't know what's on their bench. So it's. Once you get past Jokic and Murray and Porter, it's like, I think, Denver is second to third tier, give or take. The other three teams, Denver is, I think, right there with Memphis, someone might argue the Clippers, depending on what they do. They're still a good team. They're just not a championship team, The Lakers are probably underneath them, depending how JJ Redick factors in. So, I mean, the West, I think we were talking about that on the pick and roll, because you guys were talking about the West is deeper than the East, but I said the East has more top level teams than
it's more level now. It's still like, I can see the East is becoming more competitive, but right now, here's something about the Clippers. They're talking about trading Westbrook, but
they're always talking about trading Westbrook.
Yeah, and Westbrook apparently wants to go to Denver. So I'm like, if he goes, that doesn't help him at all.
No,
that doesn't.
No, that makes for me. That makes no.
I'm with you on that. What is up, Daniel? What is up, my guy? What's up?
No, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about your Sixers. All
Go
right.
for it.
How will the Paul George move help your team or hurt your team? And is he worth the money?
All right. Halftime, you go first.
Go, you halftime.
All right.
Come on, halftime. Give me your rant.
I don't think he's worth the money, but I mean, I think you could have got him a little cheaper. I think you overpaid him. But I like he plays better defense than Tobias Harris. And he's a good 3-point shooter. He can shoot threes, and we need that. So I think he'll be a good fit. And then we just got Martin, and he's a good defensive player. So we can, and he shoots the three. So I think we'll be all right. I think we're playing better. I think we're building up for better defense. And that's what I like about it all.
Okay. Mitch,
that's
what about you?
That's the only thing I like.
But it's Paul George worth the money, though. No?
No.
Because me and you talk about that a lot.
I don't think nobody's worth $212 million. I just don't think there's nobody worth that.
The only player right now who I think possibly could, to be brutally honest, is Anthony Edwards. The way his game is developing, I think if you're going to pay someone $200 million, maybe maybe him because he's young and he's developing, and I think he's the future of the league, one of the future faces of the league.
What about
But
Luca?
No, I don't.
he's good.
Luca made it to the finals. Luca's
Two
made it
hundred
to the
million
finals.
dollars. We're talking about 200 million.
But Luka doesn't play defense.
know.
Luka does his defense though is questionable.
But his offensive game is on a whole nother level.
But
This guy
eventually-
can average a 40-point triple-double if he wanted to.
Not if he wanted to.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like his game. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, you might be right, Mitch.
I'm not a big fan of his game. I am not. I'm being completely honest. I'm not a big fan of his game, but I respect it. So, yeah. Oh, the game is about to start. Ooh. But what was the question about the Sixers, coach?
Yeah, no, is he worth the money? You already answered that. So I
already did.
I'm going to move on to the next one so we can start to get ready to wrap this up. OKC, with their acquisitions, we kind of touched on that. Are they the early front runners for the West? But we already talked about that for the most part. I don't think they're the early front runners. I still think it goes to Dallas and then maybe Minnesota, but they're up there. So what about you guys? Do you feel that way?
Go, Mitch.
Can you see the team again? I'm just like, whoop.
I know you're watching the game. OKC, are they the early front runners in the West? And I think we've touched on that.
Early front runners, I got to go with Minnesota. I got to go with Minnesota right now just based off Anthony Edwards, just his game in general. Coach, you'll have Dallas there. So I would have Minnesota, Dallas, and then you can put the Thunder right there at third. And then you got Denver on the outside looking in. So for me, those are my top three.
What about you, Halftime?
I don't. I'm lost on that one. I don't know.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not as big on basketball on all over like you guys are.
I'm not big on baseball.
So basketball, like I can just see what my team does. I don't really.
Hey, what is up, bro?
I'm lost in basketball.
All right.
How do you guys feel about the barrel? I'm just reading the question I got in the chat here. How do you feel about the power forward position? We still need a backup. We need a backup power forward, no matter who that is. We're talking about trading for Dorian Finney-Smith, who I'm good with. I want Dorian Finney-Smith. I think Ricky Council will be involved in that deal. So it's like, in order to get that, we have to give our Ricky Council and some picks. So I would not be shocked if we got Dorian Finney-Smith.
All right. Two more things we're going to touch on before we get out of here. This last one with the NBA. The future of the NBA. Who are the young players who can be trusted to take the mantle and represent the NBA with integrity and professionalism?
Man, this is a good one because I already got a couple players in mind. I'm just going to shoot them. Wembanyama, he's up there. Anthony Edwards is number one. He's number one for me. So you got Edwards, you got Wembanyama, you got Luka Doncic. I mean, that guy is we're all wondering about that as well. Those are my three. I got not John Morant. I wish I could put John Morant there. I wish I could. But then after what the stunts he had pulled, I'm sorry. No, that is out. Those are my top three. I could say Brunson. He's not up there pure talent-wise, but he can hold it. He can represent the league very, very well. So
he's a representative. I'm with you in that regard, but
Maxey. I gotta go Tyrese Maxey there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go on and on, but those are my top five.
What about you, Halftime? Who do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be Anthony Edwards. I hate when reporters do this. I know they're calling him the next, Michael Jordan, and I hate that part because as soon as they did it, he started, not having his game went down a little bit. But I do like him. And I do agree with Brunson too. Brunson's a good guy. He's that could be up there. Maxi, you could see Maxi in that situation. So I do agree with Mitch on that. But Edwards got to be the top one.
Okay, I'm with you in terms of Anthony Edwards, but here's a dark horse.
Shay.
No, Pablo Banchero.
You know, I was just thinking that. Like, I had him on the outside looking in as well. That is a very good call, very good pick. It depends on what they do this season right now with the offseason they're currently having right now. If they build it correctly and Banchero ups his game, then yes, I can honestly see it. Here's the funniest thing. And there's a dunk for the Lakers. Here's the thing, right? It was actually kind of funny. Remember when Banchero and Jabari Smith were trying to get drafted? Who's going to be number one? Everyone thought it was Jabari Smith. Magic took Banchero. Jabari Smith, you barely hear from, except for from Houston fans. Banchero, you hear about from everybody. So it's just amazing.
Exactly. So that's why I say Pablo Banchero. Now, to be honest with you, if Brown from the Celtics, it wouldn't surprise me. If with his great game going, he's another one who's a great person overall. No problems, extremely intelligent. Hell, Mitch, like you, he's a chess player. He's a chess player. So and people don't realize, you know, he's extremely smart. Hell, he went to Cal. Cal is not an easy school to get into, you know, in terms of academics. So, and he did very well there. So he wouldn't surprise me there. I'm with you on Wemby. You know, what can you say? His game continues to develop. You know,
Bronny bricked the shot.
Okay, so you're ahead of me. So, but you know, that's one that those are some that, you know, for me, it wouldn't surprise me. Now, again, everyone in chat, I know you probably have other ones that you might have in mind. So, you know, but these are just some of the ones we're talking about right now. So,
and Jeff Doughton, the Sixers let him go. The Sixers released him a while ago. So I just gotta say that.
Okay. And let's see. Last thing. I want to talk about just briefly in terms of the NFL. For those of you who don't know, one of the young players who was just drafted passed away today. Was it yesterday or today? It was last night. I think it was.
I think it was last night.
Yeah,
Got
and
him quiet last night, but he went to the hospital, and I think he passed away this morning or something.
Yeah, it's Kyrie Jackson, right? I believe his name is.
Yes.
You know, so I wanted to, you know, offer my condolences and prayers to his family, to the organization he's a part of. You know, it's Kyrie Jackson. I mean, you know, it's tough, especially when you hear of a young player like that just coming into his own, you know, just getting drafted, you know, into the NFL and dying in a car accident. I don't have all the particulars. I just heard about it today, and I just wanted to offer my condolences to his family. You know, I never want to see anyone, you know, in a situation like that, because it's tough. It's always tough losing family members, no matter what, and especially a young one like that. So, but you know, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, that's kind of fucked up what just happened, and where, you know, he passed away. He just got into the NFL, and I know his friend was driving or something, I heard. So, you know, condolence on his family and all. And I would like to see the kid play.
So, Mitch, what about you?
It's a shame, man. It's just like I was just watching one of his clips that he made once he got drafted, and I'm like, oh my God, you just don't know. It's just like all of a sudden, you just don't know, man. Just be careful out there, guys. Be careful.
And appreciate everyone in your families, no matter what, man. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
where they are in life. Just appreciate them because it's a precious thing, man. Because a young man like that, I have to feel for his parents. I'm a dad, so I wouldn't wish that. Bless you. I wouldn't wish that on any parent, man. It's tough, and it does so many different things to you, you know, psychologically as well as physically. Some parents can get sick off of it. So, and it's we lost the opportunity to see this man play in the NFL and grow and become hopefully a key contributor in the league. But I just wanted to touch on that quickly before we get out of here. I wanted to talk more about the NFL and the Olympics, but you know what? We've been on here for almost over 2.5 hours, so it's fun, man. But I know Mitch.
This
You
is
got to get
great.
ready for another stream, just like
I
you
got
said.
it. No, I have 2 hours. I'm good.
So we can still go. We can still go. Okay.
I got it. My stream.
I got the baseball game at 7. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I thought you had another
It's
stream
not
to
on
get
my-
out of here.
It's not on my. I do at 7, but it's not on my
Okay.
channel. It's on the network, so I'm flip flopping between 2 streams. So it's just like
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought
No.
it was going to be
No, you
soon.
can do whatever you want, Coach. You want to call it? We can
I'm
call
all
it.
good. I
So,
appreciate that Steelers Heart of Steelers. I appreciate that, man.
Well-
Thank you so much for all your support, bro. It goes a long way. Trust me.
Well, let's get into the NFL because
Go for it.
that's in the end in all sports. That's the moneymaker here in the United States. I'm sorry, I don't care what no one says. We love basketball, we love baseball. I know Mitch. You're a big basketball fan, but it's all about the NFL, man. You know
It is. It is, and that's
So-
what this network is based upon.
So let's start talking about your dirty birds, man. So come on. Give me a midget talk. Come on, give me a midget talk. Just one time. You got to give me a midget talk one time, man.
Nah, I'm good, man.
So,
I'm
but
good.
seriously.
Saquon Barkley's good over here, bro. Saquon Barkley's good over
Well,
here, bro.
hey, guess what? Because everyone talks about the Hard Knocks episode. I know most of y'all saw it. I didn't because I'm not a Hard Knocks fan.
I'm not either. I am not.
I'm not a Hard Knocks fan either, but damn, when I seen that,
Did you watch it?
dude,
you
I
watch-
would fire that GM. I would have fired your GM.
No. See, here's the thing, and that's the thing. I get it, but all right. First of all, him going to you guys are built to handle that and do that. If we signed him first and foremost, we don't get the offensive lineman that we have. Think about that. You don't get certain players that you have if you sign him, which is what he's saying. And in the NFL, who's the key player in the league? It's the quarterback. And his argument of you don't pay a quarterback $40 million to turn around to hand off to a $12 million running back. It's not a diss. What he's saying is you're taking that quarterback out of what he's supposed to be doing, to being that lead player. Now, the running back can be an asset, but he shouldn't be the whole. And that's what Saquon was with the Giants. Let's be real. He really was. He was the whole focal point.
Yes.
And now with you guys, he's a very valuable asset. He helps your offense because he forces defenses to do different things in terms of defending him and defending you guys. With the Giants, teams can just load up and take away him. Daniel Jones hasn't had certain talent around him to really see what he is. He hasn't had a serviceable offensive line, just not even a good one, a serviceable offensive line to really see what he. So that's why, to me, it's not fireable. He's also got a quarterback that was drafted by another organization. I mean, another regime. So for me, I mean, once everybody and I saw the clips, I didn't see the whole episode, and I'm not going to watch that because I'm not a fan of it. I don't want putting my business out there for everyone to see that. I'm a coach,
right?
That's
what I told Mitch. I said, "There's no way the Eagles will ever be on Hard Knocks because they're not going to let their business go out in public like that."
It's not that. It's the league mandate. Everyone in the league, from my understanding, has to at least one time be on Hard Knocks eventually. Everyone, one form or another. So the Eagles will eventually. The Giants weren't on there for the longest while. They weren't on there, but now this came out, and it's not the training camp. I know it's the off season leading up to it, but still, I just don't like the fact because I'm the type of coach, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to take notes. Okay, they did this. And I'm going to try and read in between the lines and put 2 and 2 together to give me 22, to give me 400, to say this is what you guys are doing. I just don't like it personally. If they took the whole program out, I'd be happy. But the average fan, the casual fan, they love it. For me, hey, this is reality TV. That's really how I look at it.
Yep.
It's not real, So, but hey, I get it. And other organizations, just like you said, you're going to sit there and say that GM should be fired. That's some messed up stuff that you did to Saquon Barkley. But if you look at the big picture in terms of building a organization, a team, you have to.
I mean, you did need an offensive line.
Yes.
The Giants really did need to go get an offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But like the one guy was saying on there, he goes, all right, well, Barkley is 90% our offense, 92% of our offense. Like, what is going to be this team's freaking offense now?
It has to go through the quarterback.
It's going to be the quarterback.
Yes.
The quarterback, $42 million. And I get it. I understand, but you got to get him weapons too.
Yes. But see, now the other thing about the Giants in terms of the quarterback play, don't forget, after this year, you can get out from his contract. So that's why it's like, okay, yeah, you have to do that, because then if you don't give him weapons and you don't give him a good offensive line, and it seems like it's a I mean, we know NYJ. He's not 92%. He's just exaggerating the narrative.
It's 93%.
Stop it, guys. He knows. No, but we all know. No, I know. I just so everyone makes sure he's not being serious. What Barkley was a key component to the offense. He was was, and as a DC and as an organization, what are you going to do? Where's Barkley? How do you defend him before you go to anyone else? Yeah, people over exaggerate. They do. We know that. But the point of the matter is, in terms of building this organization, and we know it starts with the quarterback. Now, if you don't like the quarterback, that's a different story. I've always been saying the quarterback is not the number one position in football. But I get why people say it. It's the offensive line, because the offensive line controls everything on the offense. Right. It allows your offense to stay on the field so your defense doesn't get tired out. But that's me, and that's a position group. But if you're talking about a single player, I get why the quarterback is that. And for the Giants, that's what you have to see. Because if you don't have a quarterback, then you have to move on. And that's the thing. So, and that's where, Daniel Jones becomes an igniting part in Giants Nation. So, and it's a big debate within Giants Nation alone. You guys don't see it. So, I mean, but your fan base, as far as Eagles, I mean, how engaged are you guys with what's going on for your Eagles?
Right now, I'm not I pay a little attention to it. I'm not just totally focused on it.
But how engaged, even in discussions, like you say, you're paying attention, but you're still engaged with it. You're not just like, whatever.
Right now, I'm just whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because it is until training camp gets here and all, then I'll get more engaged in the thing.
That's right. You're more into the baseball. That's right. I forget about that. You're right.
Yeah. But I'm in the baseball right now, so I'll get more into the Eagles talk when training camp gets here.
Now, when training camp gets here, but do you think your fan base is totally engrossed and engaged with what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally. It's more football than anything. So,
do you guys think that your fan base, in a sense, goes overboard with it sometimes?
Yes.
We're the Eagles. It always goes overboard.
Okay, we're the Giants.
Like, we got right now, because there's nothing to talk about. Mm-hmm. We have friggin' Jalen Hurts, not like Nick Sirianni. There's got to be always some kind of talk
What?
going on.
Yeah.
And so
Wait, whoa, stop. Time out. Your starting quarterback doesn't like the head coach?
that's what the reporters are
It's
trying to
clickbait,
say.
coach.
It's just clickbait.
Okay,
Because
no,
there's
I
nothing
get
to talk about, Coach. And
I
that's
get
what
that.
it is. It's like the AJ Brown story. How he was, the bad guy in the locker room. And then they found out he wasn't the bad guy in the locker room. It's clickbait. So
That was interesting because your quarterback and your head coach, for the most part, with all teams, pretty much have to somewhat have a symbiotic relationship where
because our coach is in panic mode.
Panic
He's
mode
worried
for what
about
reason?
losing his job.
Okay.
So he's trying to worry about the defense, worry about this, and letting Kelly Moore focus more on the offense. And I think he's too worried about losing his job on it. So, but it's these reporters. That's why I hate reporters, because they have nothing to talk about. It's clickbaiting and just starting rumors. Because that's what they want to do, and people fall into it.
Okay. Wait, what's in? Let's see. I wouldn't like the Eagles head coach either. He's a scumbag. Okay. All right. Selena is up on Kansas in the Arena League. Okay. That's interesting. Now, in terms of your players, though, well, you know what? No, let's skip that. Let's do this. Let's talk about the divisions. Who do you feel are the favorites to win each division? So let's. I'm going to take it this way. I'm going to start with the NFC West. So, and that's going to be San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona, and the Rams. Who do you think is the favorite to win that division? I'm going to start with you, Mitch. Come on, Playboy. Give it to me.
I got the 49ers winning that one. I got it. It depends on what they're going to do with Brandon Ayuk and how that situation is going to die down. But that defense is still good. I'm going Niners.
All right, halftime.
I'm going Niners too, but I think Seattle's going to be really close with them.
So nothing with the Rams. No love for the Rams. They're
no.
Okay.
No.
I'm with you guys. I think it's going to be the 49ers. So let's go to what is sometimes perceived as the worst division in all of the NFL, and that's the NFC South. And that's, of course, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Carolina. What am I forgetting? Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
Thanks.
Oh, in New Orleans. Thank you. Who do you consider the front runners to win that division at halftime?
I got Tampa Bay.
I got Tampa Bay.
I think everything else is just.
So nothing with Atlanta. You don't think
Atlanta
it's going to be
probably too, but I mean,
that's where I go. That's where I go. If Kirk Cousins can play like the quarterback that they think he is, if he plays like that, they have the offensive weapons, and I think their defense is going to be serviceable. I actually am going Atlanta in that one. So
you think Atlanta is going to be first?
Yeah, out of the NFC South. I'm just talking about the division. That's it.
Okay.
All right. What about the NFC North? And that's Chicago, that's Minnesota, that's Green Bay, and that's Detroit. Mitch, who do you got winning that division?
I'm going Detroit.
Okay.
I'm going Detroit here.
All right. What about you, halftime?
That I'm probably going to be the only one that says this.
You're going Green Bay?
I'm going Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay. Jordan Love really had a I liked how he handled last year. I liked what they did in the off seasons. So I really think Green Bay is going to be a top-notch team.
And that's the thing. I'm it's a toss-up between those two teams, man. It really is between Detroit and Green Bay. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you on the island. You're gonna be the lone wolf halftime. I'm going.
I know I'm going to be the lone wolf on this,
but it hurts me because my boy Bo is on that team. So, and my man Rashawn Gary from my hometown of Plainfield, New Jersey, he's on that team. So, you know,
they got Josh Jacobs. They went. And,
yes.
They ain't got weapons, man.
They got a serviceable defense. I mean,
yep.
But again, will the defense step up? They got talent there. You got Xavier McKinney coming in, you know, through free agency. So I know they got talent there. You know, I'm not saying they don't, but it's, you know, Detroit won it last year. They're still hungry. They had the opportunity to get to the Super Bowl, but, you know, made their mistakes. So, you know, but okay. Now let's get down to our division.
Eagles.
Yeah, I already know you guys are going to say it's going to be the Eagles.
I'm going to say Eagles. Dallas is going down. Like, it's going to be for number 2 spot. It's going to be against Washington and the Giants.
The Giants are owning this division. Y'all hear me now? The Giants are owning this division. I don't care what you dirty birds say. I don't care what those scumbag cowgirls think. And Washington, you don't even have a damn identity. You don't know who the heck you want to be, Commanders or Redskins or this one or that one. And I don't care if you have my boy Magic Johnson over there. Y'all going down. You hear me? Y'all going down. The Giants are owning this division. Yeah, I know. I have to say that because I'm a Giants fan.
All right, now let's get back to reality.
No, I'm standing by that. So if I'm wrong, I know y'all gonna come back and throw pie in my face or whatever the case may be.
No,
pie.
Halftime son might. He already pied halftime in the face.
No, he lies. He'll throw pie in somebody's face.
What kind of pie was that? Was that banana cream? Was that coconut cream?
No, it was banana cream pie.
Did it have a little chocolate at the bottom, or was it granola at the bottom? Granola at the bottom.
It was chocolate.
Oh.
And then I'm over there like, he got me.
Maybe I might let your son pie me if I can get down with that one. I'll just make sure I have a spoon to scoop it up. So,
yeah.
Let's go ahead to the AFC and the AFC East. And that's the Bills, the Jets, the Dolphins. Do we need to talk about anyone else? And the Patriots.
Right.
All right. Halftime. Who do you think is going to run that division?
I think it's going to be between Miami and the Jets. I'm going to go Miami, though.
I'm going Miami.
I'm going Miami. But I think they got Aaron Rodgers this time. I don't know. The first game, is he going to be out or not? I don't know what's going to happen. But
I'm going to say this. If that Jets offensive line holds up, if the Jets also defensive line, they have the projected number 1 defense in the league, or defensive line, I'm sorry, but they have one of the top defenses. If that offensive line holds up for the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers can just be somewhat of himself, I'm telling you right now,
come on, they got
it's going to be a New York division. So,
they got.
And I understand about Buffalo. I know everyone's going to say, but Buffalo with Josh Allen, and he's going to be freer, and they've won it for so many years in a row. I get it.
But they just lost a wide receiver. Their number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, but you know what? Remember, the quarterback can make everyone better, so that shouldn't matter. What I'm saying is the ball is going in Josh Allen's hands, so he's going to have to prove it is him. And it's not the receiver. Right. The Jets have talent on both sides of the ball. That's what I'm getting at. So, you know,
they got 2 good corners. They got 2 real good corners. The Jets do. And,
defensive line, linebacker. You still have your receiver. The receivers, if they're playing even along with what's his name, Wilson. If the receivers, play to their name recognition, That helps the offense. They have tight ends. You have a running game. You know, the whole thing with the Jets, and which is with any football team, is the offensive line, and they can't get hurt. And remember, they drafted at number 11 an offensive lineman who's going to be coming off the bench.
Yeah,
He's going to be coming off the bench. He's not going to start because you have veteran guys there. So again, if they stay healthy, which Mitch hates saying, but if they stay healthy, it's going to be the Jets out of the AFC East. But let's move on to the AFC South. AFC South is Jacksonville, it's Houston, it's Indianapolis, and I'm forgetting one more off the top of my head.
Tennessee,
thank you. Tennessee. Great song, by the way. But
yes.
Go ahead, Mitch. Take the lead. Come on, be the point guard. I know you be the quarterback now for a change.
Oh wow.
So,
I think I'm a little small for a quarterback, but I'm going Houston.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna go Houston. Just like the way they rebuilt, the team is looking with Stroud. I said his name right? Yeah.
CJ Stroud, yes.
CJ
yes.
Stroud, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm going with Houston.
Okay. Coach Dante from Houston will love that. And Coach Dante from Jacksonville will hate that. But hey, what about you? What about you Halftime?
I'm going a little different this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that Houston's going to be a good team. They're not going to be a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Colts.
Damn.
I think the Colts are going. Now they're getting their quarterback back. Their quarterback was hurt last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they made some moves. So I think the Colts. Keep your eye on the Colts. Don't be sitting there and just giving, Houston all the props. Because the Colts were hurt. They didn't have their quarterback. They didn't have it.
And Jonathan Taylor. They didn't have Jonathan Taylor. So
they didn't have Jonathan Taylor because he was dealing with his contract. And you're gonna. What's the guy's name? Roger. His name's Roger, right?
No, Anthony Richardson.
Richardson.
So they have the Colts.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a close one. It ain't gonna be like, they're gonna blow out everybody. It's gonna be like a game or two.
It would not surprise me if this whole division is just so that close together, including with Tennessee. I mean, Jacksonville won it the year before last. They're still They still and yeah, they just paid Sunshine all that money, so they believe in him. So, they are an okay team for that division. But I was thinking the same thing, getting Anthony Richardson a year under the system. If he can come back and be healthy and he can play quarterback. Now that's the issue. His accuracy is always the issue, and knowing when to put touch on that football to get it to his receivers. But yeah, I'm with you. They have the talent. They're underrated. So it would not surprise me if they won that division, but it wouldn't surprise me any of them. But I'm going with Indianapolis also. I'm going. Well, it's not an unpopular opinion since you went with me now. So
mine is an unpopular opinion apparently.
No, you're the lone wolf. You're the lone wolf. Remember, you're the lone wolf.
Right now, it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, it's an unpopular opinion.
Agree with me.
No, actually, Philly and I at halftime and I are unpopular because everyone else will say Indianapolis.
Yes.
Everyone will say it. So we are technically an unpopular opinion.
He's going to be better than everybody. And
yeah. So, but let's go to
me and him's going to be left alone. Like, yo, you guys don't know nothing.
Let's go out west. I know I skipped the north. I did that on purpose. We got to go out west and pay homage to the Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. We know they're going to win that division. But I think we all are going to agree that they're going to win that division. But is it Kansas City? Is it the Chargers? Is it Denver?
It's Kansas City. Let's stop this.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Harbaugh's going to cheat his way. Let's go Michigan. I'm kidding. I'm going Chiefs.
What a bum.
Don't get me wrong. I like to see.
What a bum. Harbaugh's a bum.
I would like to see the Chargers actually.
We got it. We got it. I don't know how we got there, but we got it.
He cheated like 3 times. Come on.
Look.
Exactly.
This is what I think about Michigan, man. Split it. Just split it. So, but yeah, all right. No, we all think Kansas City. So going to the final division, who more than likely will probably end up having the Super Bowl champion. No, you know what? I'm going to take the mantle with what Canty was saying early in the week, but we're going to get to that. With the AFC North, that's the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals. Who wins that division? Halftime, you go first.
It's going to be a close one.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this got exciting in this division, in my opinion. Pittsburgh did a lot of moves, a lot of good moves, and they went and got a quarterback. They went and got defensive help. They got friggin' linebackers. They went and made a lot of moves. And I think they're not done yet. I think they're still looking for a wide receiver, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I'm going Pittsburgh, but everybody's gonna say Baltimore. I get it, but I think Pittsburgh made so many moves.
That's mine. I got Baltimore.
So.
I got Baltimore.
Dad, I love you. Pops. You've been a big influence on my life. You're the reason why I got into football. My dad is a big Steelers fan, but Dad, I'm not going with the Steelers. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not going with Baltimore.
Do not go Cincy.
I'm not going Cincinnati.
Oh my Lord.
I'm going Cleveland. If they can get consistent,
this is for you.
If they get consistent, if they just get serviceable quarterback play with that defense over there, the running game, I think it can be. I think it can be Cleveland.
Ooh, that's
think
crazy.
about that. Think about that defense over there, and they're going to play well.
That defense, that's what defense kept them in the play. Put them in.
I got us losing. I got the Eagles losing to Cleveland. So
in the Super Bowl?
No, like the regular season.
Oh.
That's one of my 6 losses for the Eagles.
What's up, play-by-play? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Also, everyone, thanks for being here. I mean, there's 61 that are tapping in. We really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Just make sure you hit the like button on each of our channels, on Philly Halftime, Mitch Kofsky, the Hardcore Sports Network, and Coach Edd Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. We appreciate it. Always connect with us by subscribing and hitting the notification, and always share on all social media platforms. It doesn't matter. It just helps us out a lot, man. We really appreciate it. And we'll continue to give you a great program like this. So, I wanted to, much love and respect to you, play-by-play. Thanks. Chris Canty, earlier. Oh, damn, it just left my head. It just left my head earlier on Sportsmanlike. Because I always watch that show.
I don't.
You don't, you said?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, okay, that's fine. It comes on 6
No,
o'clock.
I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, all right.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, hey, you don't like the sexy people? That's fine. That's all right. You don't have to watch us. Chris Canty with his Playboy self, and Evan Cohen. Evan is doing things, and Miss Smallman. I mean, plus she's a big baseball aficionado. She loves her St. Louis Cardinals.
I like listening to them on the radio when I'm at work.
You listen to them at work? Okay. Okay. Well, what was it that Canty was talking about earlier today? I forgot. I should have wrote it down. I didn't put it in the outline. So, oh well, it's my loss. I'm sorry. So we're going to close out the NFL, and then we're going to go ahead into the big event that's coming, man. The big event that's giving us national pride. The Olympics. Are you guys excited for the Olympics? The
Olympic basketball.
The Olympics starts on the 26th. So now you said Olympic basketball. What? You got to head off. Okay.
He's got to get ready for baseball game.
All right, see you later. I was gonna be funny with that. Gotta head off. Boing.
Pause. I got one. That's a pause.
This is not a pause. This is a pause-free program. Nope, you can't do it. Nope. No. There's no pausing. You can say it, but we're gonna tell you no pause.
Here's the tip. If you want to piss off a couple old guys, just yell pause. It works.
No pause.
No pause here. Nope.
It works.
Nope. But yeah, with the Olympics. Now you said, and that's interesting. You said Olympic basketball, but which Olympic basketball? Are you talking about the 5-on-5 or the 3-on-3?
It's all of it in general, man. I just love the game of basketball because I always wanted to be an NBA. No one actually knows this. I'm such a big basketball head. Like everyone wanted to be in the NBA, right? Everyone wanted to have that dream. I can never have that dream. So that's why I was like, when I was younger, how could I be closer to the game of basketball? How could I be closer? I was a coach for some part. I was a coach of basketball. I study the game every single day. So it's my way of getting closer to the game of actually playing it. So that's why I'm like a huge basketball head. So I just love the game, man. I just can't wait for like Luka and who was it? Wembanyama, they played against each other today. I still gotta watch highlights on that.
It's Giannis. They played against Giannis.
Oh, it was Giannis. My bad. Yeah.
I was trying to see who won because whoever loses is out of the Olympics, as far as my understanding. So,
right.
Let me see. Did they have any news on it?
I kind of want Luka to lose. I want Giannis to advance.
Okay. Yeah, and see, I have the U.S. exhibition games. July 10th is against Canada, the 15th Australia, the 17th Serbia, the 20th South Sudan, and the 22nd Germany. Well, and I'm glad you're talking about that, in terms of, well, first and foremost, just so you guys know, the Olympics kicks off on the 24th. The opening ceremonies are on the 26th, but they have the first event on the 24th, and it's soccer, I believe. Yeah, it's soccer. They say football, but it's soccer. So I have the schedule here of all the events. I'm an Olympic fan, man. I know. I just want to see it. I actually want to see the track and field. I love the track and field. I want to see what Shakira Richardson, can she touch Florence Griffith Joyner? That's what I want to see, because Flojo back in the day, she won, I think it was 4 gold Olympics back in '88 when it was in Los Angeles. And she set the precedent not only for speed, but for style. Back then she had the long fingernails with the long hair. And then she did the one pants was long and one pants was cut off at the hip. So, and she was beautiful, but she was fast as I don't know what. And I want to see if Richardson can do the same thing because, was it last week when they were going up against Jamaica in the 4x1s, man? The United States started out slow. They made up the gap by the third leg, but when they gave it to Richardson that final leg, she just tore it up, man. And I just want to see that. I mean, I just everything about the track and field, but everything about the Olympics, the swimming, not figure skating. That's winter. BMX, they have BMX, beach volleyball, boxing, you name it. I mean, I just want to see it all, so, but that's me. But you want to see basketball, 3-on-3 also, Jimmer Fredette is on the 3-on-3 team, right? Were you aware of that, Mitch?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So you want to see that one too, right?
I just want to watch every game as much as I can. If I can't, I'll watch the highlights the very next day.
Okay, give me an update. Because I'm watching a football game. Give me an update on the summer league.
Bronny scored.
He scored a point.
Yeah.
Oh wow! When he gets to the NBA, remember when he gets to the NBA and he scores 1 point, he and his dad will be the all-time leading duo as far as father and son in the league. So
Yeah. So right now the Kings are up 38-31.
okay, all right. So yeah, I'm watching Salina versus Kansas. So
Uh,
yeah, I said it it was last night. I said the objective for me in terms of basketball is a clean sweep, four gold medals for me, with the women's 3x3, the men's 3x3, and men's and women's full national teams. I'm expecting. What about you, Mitch? Do you think we're going to sweep all four, or do you think it's going to be?
I'm more nervous about the men's just because how stacked it is everywhere now. Like the competition is just
Well,
like it's nothing like it.
Who's the biggest threat in terms of the national team? I'm talking about 5-on-5 now, just to make
Oh,
sure.
you're talking about five.
Yeah.
Okay. Then no, I got USA winning. I got men sweeping. Yeah.
So
I thought you were talking
3-on-3.
about three. Yeah,
Who on 3-on-3 internationally? Who are the other key players on? Because I don't know who some of the other players are.
I'm trying to think because I haven't seen the rosters in like a while. So I just don't want to give USA by default because I know that the competition has gotten so much better, especially how the game is going more international. So I'm like, I can't. I'm putting respect on the competition.
Got you. Women's side, I do think it's just going to be
Women's, yeah.
Yeah. So I do think. But Philly, what about you? Are you into anything on the Olympics? Do you watch the Olympics at all?
I want to watch the 100-meter run.
Mm-hmm.
I think ain't that one of those Eagle guys going to be there? What's his name, Mitch? An Eagles guy.
On the national.
He does the 100-meter run. I believe he does the 100-meter run.
The guy we drafted. The guy we got. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh my God.
I think he's going to be there, so I want to watch that. But I like watching.
It's going to bother the hell out of me.
If I pay attention to, if I'm going to pay attention to it, I don't really watch the Olympics at all. But I'm going to watch. I want to watch for that.
Okay.
And I like what I do. If I'm going to watch it, I want to watch. I like watching the women's relay. I like watching that
4x4. Yep.
Yeah. So I like that one. I'm interested in that one. If I'm going to watch it, this is what I would be watching.
See, I'm also
I like watching the 100-meter runs. I like watching the running. I
like the triathlons and the steeplechase. The steeplechase where they're jumping over on the track, they're jumping over something and ending up in water and stuff. I just love it, man. It's just stuff like that gets me. And the gymnastic team. I definitely love watching gymnastics, man. I just, like I said, I'm a big Olympics guy. That's why I got to reach out to Mac and talk to him. Because I know he said
I'm not that big into Olympics, but
I get you.
I got. There's only a few things that I watch and get my eye on.
Happy birthday to Tom McCarthy, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. And yeah, boxing is going to be interesting. There's the men and the women, so I definitely like boxing. Like, I get into it, man. Seriously, I was trying to see if they're still going to do.
Tom McCarthy, the head coach of the Giants.
No, that's Tom Coughlin.
Oh, that's Coughlin halftime.
Okay.
Even I know that.
I got my shit mixed up. Leave me alone.
No, that's fine. I get it. McCarthy and Coughlin.
No, I'm gonna bother the shit out of him now for that.
Yeah.
So who's Tom McCarthy?
But yeah, I love everything about the Olympics. Water polo, taekwondo. I love seeing the art of the taekwondo. And in wrestling, I mean, I get into all of it, man. I really do. So he says he's an announcer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an Eagles announcer, I guess, or a Phillies announcer.
Probably Phillies, I guess.
Okay, so, but yeah, now that's the thing. Now, let me see. Like Damien says, he likes soccer. Victor, U.S., winning gold. So yeah. I'm with you there. So I'm expecting the United States to dominate. Now you were talking about basketball earlier, Mitch. In terms of the regular 5-on-5 basketball, who's more of a competition to the United States? Canada, France, or Germany?
I gotta go with France. Just because of Wembanyama, I was watching him when he played a couple days ago. The guy was just all over the court. No one could stop him. No one could stop this man. He was just blocking. He was hitting shots. I mean, Wembanyama's going to be a real problem. Like, not a lot of people are talking about that. Just looked him up. He's a field announcer. See? Got it.
Well, see, I'm wondering about Canada because Canada is stacked, man.
Canada is stacked, yes. They're very stacked.
I even just found out that Zach Edey acts out of the national team, which surprised me. But they're still stacked, man. I mean, you have so many. Like, I even saw Desmond Bain is on the national team. You know, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. They're really stacked. So I get Canada. I mean, I get France with Wembanyama, but it's John Kruk. I remember him in that All-Star game. Where he had the helmet on backwards, and it's just every time I hear his name, I just think about
He's
that.
the announcer that talks for John Krokow.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, I think Canada is the biggest threat to the United States. You know, personally speaking. Now with Slovenia and Greece, you know, they're going to face each other, knocking one out. So that's one, in a sense, that's one less competition. And then Germany, you know, with the Wagner brothers, with what's his name, who he was just with the Nets too.
Oh my God.
The black guy, he's a black player who's from Germany.
Well, that helps.
He played with the Lakers before he went to the Nets.
Oh.
He just got matter of fact, he just got in a fight with what you call it in France. I just saw it on Twitter. Oh, damn it. It's gonna be
Marshawn's gonna be catching today.
This is what I love. Me and Coach Edd are trying to think of this specific player, and then halftime jokes, Marshawn's gonna catch today.
Exactly.
Oh, my man, I was looking at the starting lineup. I wasn't muted.
No, you good, bro. You good.
So halftime, is Marshawn catching today and Tom McCarthy pitching?
Marshawn is catching today.
Yeah, but it's Tom McCarthy pitching.
Greece won, Slovenia is out, so that means no Luka. So
no Luka. Like I said, I wanted Giannis.
So Giannis and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. That video of him was hilarious.
Yes.
Give me the ball. You give him the ball, you got an 8-second call. Oh my gosh, what an asshole. But damn, what is his name? It's bugging the crap out of me. Wait a minute. You know what, Ed? You got a computer right in front of you. Look it up, dumbass. Look it up.
Cheater. I'm trying to think of it.
Brooklyn Nets roster.
Oh, no, that's 11.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna bug the cap out of me. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Why am I so old?
Schroeder.
Thank you. Schroeder. Thank you.
I hate
Stuff
Dennis
like that
Schroeder.
bothers me. Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. He's on that roster, so you know, with the Wagner brothers, you know, now I mean, you know, I think they can do some damage. I don't think anyone else. Is Jokic in the Olympics this year? No,
I don't think so.
So it's like, you know, to me, it's Canada or France. It really is. It's Canada or France. Yeah. You know, France does have some good play. Is Oubre playing on the French team too?
I don't think so. Maybe he is, but you can't forget about Rudy Gobert there in France too. You can't.
Yeah, true. Rudy Gobert. Yeah, but then again, you look at our roster. You know, it's like it is loaded. So it's like, you know, you can say what you want about Kevin Durant and LeBron James and Anthony all shit Davis. You know, so yeah, I call him all shit because every time he turns around, it's oh shit, another injury. So
right.
You know, but
Damn.
But it's true, man. Think about it. There are certain players who, you know what, you say they got an injury. Oh shit, another injury. So
Yeah, Embiid.
You said it. I didn't. You said it. You said it.
You
Not
want me to
me.
lie? You want me to lie, Coach?
No. I get you, but that's what I think. I'm just saying it's not a Knicks fan trolling. You're a Sixers fan, so you get the right to do that. So
Hey, I'm just saying what it is. I'm just saying Embiid always hurt.
So, but yeah, that's what I have for today. What you got going on for the rest of the week? Halftime.
I'm doing streaming a Phillies game today. I think I'm streaming a Phillies game tomorrow, and then with Junior, I'm gonna play a game with Junior on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So figure out if he wants to or not. I don't know. But yeah, he's been on this kick where he hasn't been wanting to stream. So
hey, you get like that, as they say.
know?
It bees like that sometimes, bro.
Well, I think it was somebody that had some comments that really got to him, and I think that irked him. It bothered him. So that's what I think. And he's young, so kind of this is why I'm there with him. You know,
Exactly.
I'm there to make sure the bad stuff ain't there.
Got you.
I mean, that's why I think everybody should just, if you're going to come on somebody's stream, act nice. Because, my son didn't deserve what, even if he didn't like it, but you guys and somebody was just trying to be funny, he just like, hey, wanted to.
You gotta be mindful of the person you're talking to,
So they were commenting, and one guy commented he didn't like it, so I don't know if it was the case, but he hasn't been wanting to stream over it, and that kind of bothers me.
Of course. I mean,
why can't you all just be nice? And I get it, you guys want to joke around and all, but there's a time to play, and there's a time, you get out of here.
Exactly. So hopefully things will go right for you guys, and he'll get back to it.
He wants to do it again.
What about you, Mitch? What do you got going on?
So I got the WWE Money in the Bank tonight. I got the 2 streams, so I'll be going back and forth. I got a couple of Sixers alerts here and there. I got the Pick and Roll next Wednesday. I got Cool Cat Mitch next Monday. I know. Oh, Fly Like an Eagle on Edge of Philly Sports. The Summer League is back. Summer League is here. So I got Summer League games to watch. Post games on Edge of Philly. So big week. Really fun week. And yeah, Edge of Philly Sports, or Fly Like an Eagle, I'm going to have Philly 500 on. So it's like,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds cool. That definitely sounds cool. Well, for me, what does Damien say? Trolls are everywhere. Unfortunately, nobody is safe on the internet, not even the little ones. Yeah. It's sad. But you know what? Me, I don't care. You say what you want,
Well, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah. But kids, that's where I'm going. Kids,
that's why I'm like, and that's why I get why YouTube says, you got to be a certain age, but still have that respect.
Look, there was a joke that someone posted on Twitter that said, this is why we are not sensitive, and they had a picture of Fred Sanford and Archie Bunker, which was true.
Right.
It was true. We come from a different era, and we heard things that they would hear today, and they would just be really, oh my gosh, where just like I'm like, hey, that's just how it was. So
it was, yep.
Yeah. So, but this week I busy as always. Tomorrow I'm not doing anything for a change. Taking a day off, going to just really focus on working out physically. That type of stuff. But may just jump around, and if jump on somebody's stream, maybe. But if not, day off Monday. I'm doing my read and react show. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Monday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. On my network, Coach Edd Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. I may have a little special thing with that coming, so we'll see. Tuesday with my brother NYG22. He and I do Heart of the City, where we sit down, talk New York sports, but we expanded. It's not just New York sports, but the biggest focus is on New York sports. And it's not just our particular teams. We cover all New York sports. Even talk about my love for Rutgers University. So Wednesday, Pick and Roll podcast right here on the Hardcore Sports Network. Thursday, the Full Court Press, talking about the ladies of the W right here with my man Nick, and when next shift Randy's able to get back, he'll be there. I told you about Friday and Saturday, another one right here. So always got stuff going on, and you'll see me jumping in streams along the way. And I got to get back to making videos. I really do. I know I do.
I got to start making videos too.
So
I've been so busy, I just don't know what to do myself anymore.
But that's pretty much it. So I want to thank everyone for tapping in, tuning in. There's so many of you that were in the chat. I mean, I don't want to miss anyone. It's just so many of you. We thank you all for being here. Always for the support. You guys are amazing and phenomenal. So, and we wouldn't be able to do this without you. Mitch, brother, thank you for being here today, joining the show, man. It's been phenomenal. Really appreciate it. And thank you for what you do for everyone, in this medium, Hardcore Sports Network, man. Many people wouldn't be able to open up, without what you and AK have done for everyone. So again, thank you for all of that. And to all of you out there, even though you're quiet, you may not join in. Thank you. Your support, your view is well respected and appreciated. So that's pretty much going to be it. So until the next episode, I want to thank you all again. Hope you all have a great weekend and y'all be safe. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.
See you guys.